I fixed it. There's no more of the
Echo.
fucking echo, echo,
Echo,
echo, or sounding
echo,
like
the
I'm
dolphin.
underwater or anything. Okay, so I had planned for something a little bit different to start us off, but since nobody else likes me and everyone else thinks I smell, uh, we're just gonna go ahead and start the pitch off.
I guess I'll go eat worms.
So I guess I'll go eat dirt. I guess I'll just go sit down, eat a fistful of dirt, and kill myself. So we've had a hell of a day, gang. We've had a hell of a day. Chris and Obscura met with a fucking serial killer. Lucius got knocked out and almost hanged in the fucking town square. Still desperately needs medical attention. Actually, I think after a long rest, you erase your death saving throw failures. So I think
Yeah, I'm full
you're at
now.
100.
Like I'm good.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
6 hours on a couch and you're fine. Testament to your old man grit. Um, as you guys kind of wake up and get started, is there anything you guys wanted to check out about the apartment, either the night you arrive or the morning after?
Yeah, I'd like to take a moment, or a few moments rather, to make sure that my library, my whole compendium of music is in order and alphabetized and nice and
Absolutely.
orderly, just like I kept it.
It is
Otherwise,
it
I'd
is
nothing else.
precisely as you left it. And furthermore, as you are checking out this record that was left on the gramophone, you see a make and model of vinyl record that you have never seen before.
Hmm.
Not that it's abstract or sort of bizarre in any way. It's just the publishing house that you don't recognize. I'm going to pull up the name of this, and I want to make sure that I do get it right. So please just give me a moment.
Is that the record that was playing?
That is correct.
Okay. Sorry, my computer decided to be stupid for a minute.
That's all right. No worries. I'm going to go further down because I have to make sure I'm in the right list here. You see a production house that says Magnuson Records. Magnuson. Magnuson Records. Um, and as you read it, you are unable to read the title of the piece.
Is the sleeve for the record here?
No, sleeve for the record is
No.
not here. It
Um,
is just the vinyl that's here.
yeah. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'll would I have like untitled sleeves or would I have to like remove? Yeah, whether I remove one or have like untitled like extra sleeves, I'll pack it up and put it in my inventory
Great.
for investigation later.
You may add one vinyl disc to your inventory. But something about that strikes you as interesting. The name
Hmm.
Magnuson sticks in your mind in a way that Obscura has never felt before, but he got a strange feeling looking at Tealson. You think that Magnuson might be the same kind of person, a person of vital import. Although I don't know if Obscura has the vocabulary for that just yet. But it is a person of vital import.
Understood.
Okay. Anything else anyone else in the party would like to investigate?
Chris is gonna take a few minutes to like clean hopscotch
Okay.
and make sure that everything about it, like there's nothing wrong with it or different about it other than that little paper nonsense.
The firearm is in perfect working order.
Okay.
There is nothing altered about it other than what was added. Nothing has been subtracted or taken away. You open up the chassis, and inside of it, all the parts and pieces are moving as intended. The firearm is just as it was, before you were captured.
Other than a bullet was missing and there was a note in its place.
Other than it was empty when you uncovered it. When you opened it, it was empty except for the note in there. But you have more
Okay.
bullets than just that. You reloaded it, now it's fine.
Right, right, right.
Anything else anyone else would like to do this morning?
Um, when we were talking earlier, you said that I had a, oh, you were helping me think about the dossier.
Yes.
So can Chris take a little bit and do that?
Yes, absolutely. So at the following a long rest, we are actually able to tack on 3 hours to the back end of a long rest and do what's called a full rest, which means that you are able to take your short rest actions as part of this. So if you go to features and traits, go down to your camp actions, um, everyone in the party is able to look through and select a camping action that they would like to take. And James, you may also do this as well for your character if you so choose. You may go through and select a camp action. I believe, Chris, you wanted to create a dossier. Is that correct?
Yes. Only it just says camp actions chrysanthemum. It doesn't say what they are.
You have to open it. So if you press
Oh,
it,
oh, oh!
click it,
I got
and
it. I got it.
it'll open on the side. I believe it's
Yeah,
part of
and
Inquisitive,
it's
your case
making
file.
it's case file. Yeah. Um.
So you take a moment with that. Obscura and Lucius, which camping actions are you guys selecting?
I'm going to select Pearl of a Hand.
Pearl of a Hand. Very, very well. Can you describe to me what you do, like what it looks like when you complete this short rest action?
Yeah, doing this is going to be putting the deck, like his deck of cards, in a very specific order, like top loading certain things at the top to do what he wants to happen.
So every suit of the Liar's deck comes with 2 extra aces. Um, so meaning you have 8 extra aces in total. So you are top loading these at the top so that when you turn it over and deal, you can deal from the bottom and put the aces where you want them, which is very fitting, I think, for somebody so control oriented that 98% of the deck is correctly shuffled except for these aces that you put where you want. And what does it feel like as you take the reins of chaos in your hands and control them?
It feels immensely satisfying. Almost like he's like at the climax of one of his performances. Like setting that up is almost as satisfying as actually executing it to him.
Actually executing it. Fantastic. Very well said. Very, very well said. All right, Lucius, which camping action are you selecting?
Uh, Solemnity.
Solemnity. Yes, so what moment do you reflect upon from your long and storied rule to become more solemn?
I think flying on the backs of the wyverns and the peace I felt and just the freedom of being able to fly through the sky on a beast was the moment I choose to reflect on.
Spent a great many years upon the back of a wyvern, flying through the skies of your flying kingdom. At no point did you ever feel anything less than free. But now that you are grounded in more ways than one, you've never felt more shackled. There's something deeply solemn in that. Okay. And Chrysanthemum, what are you assembling your case file on?
The Skinner.
The Skinner. Okay. You are
Yes,
pulling out
yes,
all of
yes,
your
yes.
documents, compiling all of them. Obscura, your counter has now been covered in the most gruesome photos that I think any of you have ever seen. Flayed open bodies, almost surgically dissected. And where the skin has been removed, it is precision work, the work of perhaps a surgeon. Some people have speculated the work of an abattoirist, somebody who works in a slaughterhouse. But so many people have wondered about the profession of the Skinner and how he learned what he learned. But due to your interactions, I think that your most recent interaction with him, perhaps that's maybe not as important right now. So as you assemble your case file, let me go back and look at your feature. You may ask one question of the DM which they must answer truthfully regarding the subject of your case file. The answer relies upon what you know or can reasonably intuit.
So I have knowledge of where all of these photographs were taken, right? Where all these bodies were found.
Yes.
And so what I want to know, which I'm hoping Chris wants to know, what if anything those um locations, sorry, I gotta put the other earbud in, the television's on, what any of those locations have in common with one another, and if any of that is even significant.
So,
Does that make sense?
yeah, absolutely. Looking at the common thread, I assume this is purely about location. Is that correct?
Um, yeah, like the locations and the purpose of those locations.
Right. So the locations of where the Skinner has left his victims to be to be found have always been in places where people would see them. He would never leave a body just in the woods. He would never leave something where hidden. He would never hide a victim. So as you
Right.
start, I assume Obscura has a map of Eain, and as you set up the map of Eain and start pinpointing where these have come and red threading them all together, there is a location between all of them that is right on the border of Vrent and Milva Anora. Or, excuse me, Vrent and Galeagroth. So the country directly from Vrent to the west. On the very border of that is almost, I wouldn't quite say equidistant, but central to all of those locations. Um, Meaning that if the Skinner would truly have a place that he wanted to be, it would probably be right in the middle of the country. That way, right in the middle of the continent. That way he has relatively equidistant from anywhere he wanted to go. Like there have been bodies of the
So
Skinner
like,
discovered in Karn, which shows you that he can get through to Karn because Karn right now is locked off from the mainland. It's tough to get to because of the Maelstrom Ridge, which is
right.
overrun with goblins and trolls and beastkin races and orcs that are intentionally blocking the family of man in. Um, Following the Great Exterminata, it's kind of a settling place for them that really they're not keeping anyone out, they're keeping the family of man landlocked within Karn. But there have been bodies discovered in Karn, there have been bodies discovered in Austria, in every major country. But without exception, they are all exceedingly wealthy. So that tells you who he's targeting. But the location tells you where he might be, where he might reside. It's not a definitive, he's in this hex on the map. Um, but it gives you a sort of general area. Somewhere in this vicinity is where he would be.
So is it like if she was looking at the map somewhere around Adalia?
Yes, somewhere west of Adalia, where the forest line starts, where the tree line starts, it's sort of in that
Okay,
vicinity because that is the line of where Galeagroth starts, where the trees of the green start or the Everbloom start.
so like between the wheat and the trees, or
Correct.
between the pale green and the dark green?
Between the pale green and dark green, maybe, or the wheat and the
Okay,
trees would not be a bad option, but somewhere along that line that is formed by the edge of the tree line.
gotcha.
You think something is lurking there. But that is a pretty good answer, and that tells you a general area where the Skinner's nesting place might be. Not that that's where he is right now, because obviously it's only been a couple of hours. Odds are probably good he's still in Lufthaven. But there is
But
that.
that could be his base of operation.
Correct. Now, B and C, you have advantage on recall checks concerning the subject of your case file until your next rest. So if you uncover new information, you are able to do any recall checks or any intelligence-based checks with advantage. And you may reroll natural ones on skill checks, attack rolls, or saving throws that concern the subject of your case file.
Okay.
Okay,
One final thing before we leave.
absolutely.
I'll take some time. I think this time I'm going to use, because we're at my house.
That is correct.
So I'm going to play a song on the lute,
Okay.
and it's not going to have words. It is going to be I don't know, kind of sad, kind of somber. You guys honestly might think I'm practicing more than anything, like not even really trying to entertain. But that will, like, this is during the rest, correct? Like, this is during
Yes.
a long rest. So this will give heroic inspiration to both Chrysanthemum and, oh my God,
Lucius.
Lucius. Yes. I'm so sorry.
So
Okay.
you guys have inspiration. Is it bardic? Does it have a dice, or is it heroic that you can re-roll?
It says heroic inspiration.
Okay, so that is a full re-roll, meaning that if you roll a check and you fucking blow it, you don't get to add a bardic dice. You can re-roll the check instead and expend that inspiration. Okay, beautiful.
Cool.
Are we all concluded at the
Um,
end of our full rest?
um, we had talked to Chris would like to go over and look out the window,
Yeah, go over and look out the window.
and I want to see if this town that we're in has a crane, like the one that we had, like the one that we saw by the Indefatigable.
Yeah, make an investigation check, and since this concerns your nativity, please do so with advantage.
You said investigation.
Yes.
22.
22. There are many cranes in Lufthaven, and I'll say Obscura's apartment faces into Smokehouse Row, not into the Cog District. Um, it is almost a rear view mirror that looks back on where he came from, not looking forward on where he's going. So as you look in, you see a great many cranes, but there is only one yellow one, which matches the color of the one you saw in the Kuru shipping district. And even from this distance, it is immediately apparent that there is the exact same pattern of wear and tear. To recap, the crane's body and pivot functions are being used more than the winch is, meaning that the crane is not being used for its intended function. So as a crane turns, it would drop the winch to pick something up, to turn it, to drop it again. But if it's not doing that, it's merely doing this. So you see the same amount of wear and tear. Go ahead and make me a perception check if you would, please.
I don't see nothing.
You don't see anything. Okay. Anything else as we conclude this full rest?
Actually, that was an 8 when it added my 3 on.
Still nothing, I
But I don't know
apologize.
if that makes any difference anyway.
No, won't make a difference. There is a knock at the door.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and answer it.
You open the door, and there is no one there. There is a small stone sitting on your welcome mat.
Is it just a stone?
It is a sending stone.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Yeah, I'll
saw
pick it up.
Pinson talking into one.
You pick it up.
it's not doing anything?
Not doing anything yet.
Huh. I'll
Do you have to have it to your ear to hear anything?
Nope. As long as you're holding it, the other person could talk through if they wanted, or you can talk through to the other person holding the other stone. It's
Do
a
I know
two-
how sending stones work? Is
Yes.
it so that's connected to another sending stone?
Sending
it is a
stones are
one-to-one
paired.
walkie-talkie.
Sending
Okay.
stones are paired, correct. Where there is one,
Yeah.
there has to be another. Otherwise, it's just a rock.
I'll speak into it and I'll say I appreciate the theatrics, but may I know who I'm speaking to?
You may not.
Ah.
I'm afraid I only wish to speak to the king,
To the king.
the golden one.
The go. I look over my
Hand
shoulder.
it over to me.
The king. The go. And with very little, just like toss it over. I'm not the king.
Hello? Who's this?
Are you alone right now?
Not. No, not currently.
Would you mind?
Is there a place for me to step out to be alone?
Obscura, is there?
Yeah.
Is there a
Like
fire
balcony?
escape?
Yeah. I
or a
mean the
balcony?
hallways. Yeah. Like there's a little balcony, but it's like one of those. Like really, it's just a bar in front of a window, or you can like go down the hallways and be in front of other people's apartments if you're cool with having a phone call in the hallway where other people are.
Um,
I don't think
is
so.
there like a stairwell that can go into?
Yeah, there's a stairwell.
There's totally a stairwell. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just like, give me a moment and I'll walk to the stairwell to take this call. All right, now I'm alone. Who is this?
I understand that you have come into contact with the family of man. Is that correct?
Yeah, unfortunately.
My name is Vendrick. I am the clay man that they seek. There are many more like me. We are interested in you.
Interested?
Yes,
Interested how?
you are a king without a kingdom. We are a kingdom without a king. Perhaps we can help one another.
Hmm. I mean, my kingdom was kind of taken away. I don't know if I deserve another one, another shot.
Perhaps that is for us to decide. Perhaps there is no choice at all.
Okay, I'll hear you out. Let's talk.
Very well. Meet me tonight.
Where?
I'll find you. When the clock strikes 7, be alone. And the line goes dead.
All right, and I'll walk back to the apartment with Obscure and Chris.
You walk back to the apartment, and the sending stone, the sigil in it, that when you picked it up, it glowed blue, signifying that the other person was in fact holding the stone, has now gone dull.
So yeah, when he walks in, I'll be like, "So, Golden One, how was your call?"
Looks like that clay man that the family of man is interested in killing wants to meet with me tonight, alone.
Quite a few people did walk away, like in the family of man, and saw us murder their members. We should be careful. You're sure you're not getting baited into another trap by them, right?
It's possible, but if there are, I'll probably just kill them, because, God, I can't stand them. If I see any blue tattoos, I'm gonna take a deep breath and not kill them in public.
People with your mentality are hard to come by, and I have to say, I appreciate the bluntness.
Thank you.
Chris is not pleased with this whole line of dialogue.
We move to somewhere distant. We find a person sitting on top of that yellow crane with a pair of binoculars in his hand, looking into the window of this scene. James, without naming, would you care to describe your character?
He is a tiefling, pale tiefling, without color. His hair is white, blue eyes, however, and the only interesting thing about him is he looks young and his color is just gone.
Almost
Like
drawn,
albino tail.
almost,
Almost like paper.
almost drawn, yeah, in a way that's monochrome. It's as if all of the color has been drained from him, not just skin, his clothes, his eyes, his mouth, his teeth, his viscera. There is simply no color to be found. And this figure sits very quietly and watches. You hear a voice in your mind. Why do you watch them so?
Hmm. It's interesting. Just seeing people have others.
Do you wish for others?
Sometimes.
You serve a higher calling.
And still I don't know what it is.
Ours is not to wonder why.
And yet that's all I find myself doing.
Continue, scribe. You will hear the voice when it is ready to speak. For now, you must content yourself with me.
It's always something to do with you.
Find them.
As you wish. And Thorn will begin to climb down.
It's a long and laborious climb down this old rickety crane. Up here, you feel better, clearer, as if perhaps moving outside of the page is easier to see the whole story for what it is. Do you have any... Did we settle on a familiar for you?
Um, gosh, I'm pretty sure I said imp.
Great. You feel the fluttering of wings as a tiny imp latches onto your back as you're climbing down and skitters up to your shoulder and kind of next to you.
Oh, Rave, you must be hungry.
Yes, hungry.
Ah, of course.
Are we eating or are we working?
Do we have to eat now?
We can wait.
I'm getting kind of lonely these days.
What is lonely?
Well, I guess you don't really know that, do you?
No. Is it like hungry?
Yes, actually, yes. You know how much you miss food when you go hungry?
Yes.
I miss people.
We could eat people.
No, maybe not.
No. We can't eat people.
I can't. But maybe you can. This is a discussion for another time.
But
This is
Ray can. Hmm. Interesting.
it depends on the situation. Like this,
Like
I
if
feel
you-
like talking to you is
the
just
situation,
really sending me down.
like how hungry you are.
We'll
like
get
if-
food soon. We'll get.
Okay, all right. And he scampers down and crawls into your knapsack. As you're climbing down the ladder of this crane, Go ahead and make me a check of your choosing, and do so with advantage as you activate the rough draft.
Like, of what choosing?
Any skill of your
Like,
choice.
I, oh my god, thank god I had it. Um, 18 investigation.
The wind picks up as you're about halfway down the crane, and you have to brace yourself against the ladder or fall. The wind up here is fetid. It's the end result of many, many smokestacks vomiting this coal black, inky smog into the sky. But you brace yourself against the ladder and you hear or feel something to the north in the Cog District, at the height of all heights, in the Brick Home, in the Great Home, in the High Home. You felt it before and you feel it again, stronger. She must be fucking with it. She must be poking and prodding and trying to pull something from it. She is meddling in something she can't understand. And still, the world holds on, this time.
Looks like we might need to speed things up a bit.
And you start climbing down a little faster. Okay. So as the party of 3 upstairs begins moving about their day-to-day routines, where are they going and what are they doing?
If Chris looked out that window again before as they're gathering stuff up, would she see that?
No.
Or is it too far away?
Failed the perception check.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind me.
I'll consult Chris on what Chris is doing because very clearly she is not comfortable.
Oh no. See, not
And
happy.
is quite shaken, and it seems like she may need more help. So what I'd be doing, I'll even be as blunt as I was just gonna go around busking. I'm just gonna go around, mess around, and do my thing in the city like I'd always would, waiting for you guys. But if you'd like another set of hands, I'd love to join you.
I think alone is very bad. I think together, the more of us that are together, the better it is.
Sure. And I'll also have more opportunity to maybe do something a little more interesting than busking, yeah?
I would think so. Interesting seems to follow me around lately.
That's because I'm with you.
Oh, I have you to blame. So, question for Josh.
Mm.
I worked and made split point bullets before,
Mm-hmm.
so those are gone.
Yes, because you have rested.
Okay,
All
do I have
the
time to make
split
more?
point bullets it was your short rest action for sharpen to raise your crit range. Now that
Okay.
you've selected a second short rest action, you can't access that feature anymore, and your crit range drops
Okay, never
to
mind.
regular nat 20.
Okay. And so after another rest, I could do that again.
Correct. And because you've taken a full
Okay.
rest, the next short rest you take, you can re-up the case file or select a new short rest or new camping action. That goes for all of you.
Okay.
James, which camping action did you pick from your list? 1, 2, or 3?
You gave me a list? I was trying to find that.
Oh, I will send it to you again.
Yeah, I was looking everywhere in our messages trying to find
That's
everything
okay.
that
I
I
believe
needed.
I put it in your character sheet under features and traits, but I will
Ooh,
send
okay.
it to you. Now.
He likes to hide things in her character sheet.
My apologies.
I don't even
These
see
are
it
the
there.
first 2. And let me go ahead and grab the last one. This is the last one.
they actually did have those. Um,
Okay, you may look those over and
okay,
select
yeah,
one
go
at
ahead.
your leisure. So the three of you, where are you going and what are you doing? Feel free to talk amongst yourselves as players or as
Hmm.
characters to determine where or what you would like to do.
So, Chrysanthemum, I must ask, your end goal here. You want
Put
him.
that up on the ground.
You want to kill him.
I want him out of commission.
Judge, jury, and executioner. Kill him.
If the opportunity presented itself, I
I will not stop you. In fact, I'll probably help. But, maybe you went a different direction in my head. Thought you were, slap the cuffs on him and perp walk and bring him to justice.
for most people, yes.
Mm.
He seems almost irredeemable. He might deserve the sentence that's coming to him.
You can't really see it, but like Obscura is like shaking his head and smiling. Kill him. Like this is really surprising.
There's something to that, Chrysanthemum, and I think as you get that off your chest, Tealson's words echo back to you where he said, "It's the Wild West out here." And you remember reading those pulp stories as you were growing up. The great stories of the madness of the forest when Eain was just being settled in the forest of the Everbloom when law was just being established. Frontier towns existed there, and if you pissed somebody off, it was not out of the question for them to just shoot you. And man, weren't things simpler then, when you really could be just a badass strolling into town, cleaning up. But things are different now.
And as she said that, she's not 100% sure that if she was face to face with him and she had the upper hand, that that's how it would go down. There could be some huffing and perp walking. There could be some shooting in the knee and dropping. But for right now, she believes that if she came across him face to face, she would kill him.
Now, pardon me for my knowledge of the law, but is that within the bounds of the law for you to simply execute him?
Absolutely not.
Hmm.
But Thielsen said it's the Wild West out here.
Is there not a contract issued that we could look into, or
Does she
Is
have
there
a
a
contract?
contract?
There are contracts in place. Chrysanthemum's statement was not 100% correct. You, as a marshal, are able to kill people extrajudicially in the event that it's you or them. If you can prove that deadly force was required, you're pretty much insulated legally. Now,
So if I
that
just shot him while he was stabbing me,
if you just shot him while he was stabbing you, you'd have a pretty clear case for making a case for yourself. Um, Now, in a perfect world, that would go off without a hitch, right? But this is not a perfect world. It's possible that he may have friends in high places who will try to take you down with him. We don't know the logistics of truly what's going on with him. So, Chrysanthemum is right to err on the side of caution, I think. But two things can be true. So,
two things can be true?
something we're thinking about. Now, as we're having this conversation, I think the party comes across, as we're sort of walking the streets of Left Haven, considering our next moves. There is a poster on the wall with the composite sketch that Chrysanthemum and Obscura made together with the sketch artist that said, "Beware of this face." And there's a pretty clear cut picture of what the Skinner looked like that day, and it said, "This is the Skinner. Here are his crimes. Yada yada yada. Any reward or actionable rewards will be given for actionable intelligence or capture. Do not attempt to approach unarmed. The suspect is considered armed and extremely dangerous."
So it seems he knows that
But no
you
bounty.
ratted.
There is a reward listed. It does not have a monetary value associated with it.
Okay.
Typically, police issued bounties from the Hand Imperium, such as it is, need a little while for the crimes to really be tallied. There has to be a letter sent off to Brighthold. They have to approve that money. It has to be sent back, and then they can post the monetary award. Because this bounty poster was made essentially hours ago, there hasn't been enough time for that correspondence to happen yet.
So does this make our situation better or worse?
No, we.
Because he knows exactly who that came from.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he doesn't
Would he have
particularly
expected it?
appreciate. Perhaps he did. It seems that he's a couple steps ahead of us in several regards.
He could have planned for this,
Perhaps that wasn't even
knowing
his
we'd go
true
to the police.
form.
That's
There's
possible.
so much to this.
Maybe that's not even what he really looks like.
A lot to think about.
Hmm.
What? Let me ask you something. What makes the Skinner the Skinner?
It was $3,000.
He thinks he's equalizing.
Sure, but I suppose what I'm trying to get to is he's a killer.
Yeah, I mean,
So the only way to know that we have the person that we need is perhaps we bait him out. Perhaps we wait for him. Though any further loss of life seems less than ideal from your perspective.
Yes.
Sure.
He's already killed
it's big.
66 people.
It seems that you may be all we need in terms of bait. He seems to be close on your tail.
Thanks for that comforting remark, Obscura.
If we all can't kill him, we're all dead. So, we did our best.
What does Chrysanthemum think, truly, of Obscura's plan to wait and see? Or not plan, rather, but perhaps suggestion to wait and see.
They made me an offer.
I mean, obviously, we're not going to stroll down the streets and find him if he doesn't want to be found.
Sure.
Waiting and seeing is probably the only choice we have, realistically. Unless you include something harebrained, like using Chris as bait. I know, but I mean, she wouldn't be 100% opposed if the plan was watertight. But at the moment, she's like, wait just a minute.
As Obscura suggests, waiting to see, you realize you won't have to wait all that long. There is a police battalion riding on horses rapidly through the streets toward Smokestack Row.
Yeah. Are we going?
Can I ask where my horse is?
Your horse, I would assume, is still in the stable cars near the train station, which would be in Smokestack Row. You'd have to run and go get it. I don't believe you took it with you.
Yeah, I didn't remember about it. All I remember is we took the train somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you see a police
Go.
detachment of 15 to 20 police officers on their own horses, riding off, sort of clumped together, moving almost in a line, bustling down the streets towards Smokestack Row.
I'll start following him.
Yeah, so will I.
Great.
Yeah,
You guys running or
Yeah,
walking?
we should just start following them.
Jogging.
Jogging.
Yeah, somewhere in between, giving a respectful amount of
Yeah.
distance as to not make ourselves immediately like obvious
Okay,
to
so
police officers.
I guess the question is, are you brazenly running after them, or are you keeping more to the sidelines and trying to avoid being seen?
Sideline.
That one.
Okay,
Sideline.
stealth checks from all three of you. Give me just a moment
Aha.
as I visit the restroom, and I'll be back shortly.
Whoops.
Stealth check. That's my worst one.
He's not here, guys. He's not here. All 20s. All 20s.
Can someone help me? I need help.
I have a +8 to stealth and still got an 11.
That's
I rolled it.
so sad.
I rolled a 2 on the die. Yeah. We all did quite
I have
poorly.
disadvantage and a -1.
Ooh,
And I got an 8 and a 9.
you almost did
And I'm only
the person with a
this
+8.
Man,
Yeah.
it's rough out here.
It's going to be an 8 for me.
I can
Alright,
nullify
and then I'll
ones.
just say screw that and roll a real die.
I'll be right back as well.
I want to drink Mountain Dew
Don't be my
Baja
dog.
Blast.
Ah, yeah.
Although, do you think, like, Chris, you would help in, like, an official capacity in this situation? And could, like, have us help you? Because I'm trying to think of a way we could, like, logistically do this. Because if we're, like, members of guilds or whatever, could we be there, actually? Or would it be, like, get out of the way, you stupid Hallberg or Grinner or whatever?
I knew he was gonna jump out
I'm
and
wondering if
fucking
there's, like-
scare me when I walked out of the bathroom. You know why? Because he stopped fucking singing when he walked down the hallway. The second he heard that bathroom door open, I knew he was gonna fucking scare me.
Stop and sing it. If you're gonna sing it, sing it.
I
And then you
knew
stop
it.
singing.
I
Then that's
fucking
you were
knew
gonna
it.
hear it.
Wait, I'm confused. What?
Oh,
Who is
never
he?
mind. I walked out of the bathroom and my dad jumped out with his little grabber claw and went, "Yeah, I gotcha," and fucking scared me. Prick. All right, what we get on that stealth check, guys?
Boop
Uh,
proof.
I got a 3.
3, okay.
8 and a 9, so a 7.
A 7, okay.
11 until I went to my real dice, and then it was a 26.
So you guys are not being super quiet. I think seeing this so suddenly on the heels of, well, we'll just wait and see, is like, oh well, I spoke that into being, and it's rattled you guys a little bit. It takes you down out of the cog district into the smokestack row and into, there is a printing press here, and as you get closer,
Press.
things start clicking. There is a label at the bottom of the wanted posters that says produced by Xanthan Printing Houses. Xanthan Printing Houses is in the smokestack row. And so you see,
Xanthan, like with an X.
yeah, Zanthan, Xanthan. There is a line of police cordon tape on the side of the building, and you see a lot of light on the upstairs, through the upstairs windows. This is a 2-story printing house.
A lot of light, like
There's a lot of light.
radiant, like bright white.
Not like boom, like the light of God or anything, but it looks like people are moving around in there with lanterns.
Okay,
There's a lot of shifting light, I'll say.
sure. I suppose that we can't go as far as inviting ourselves into this situation, no?
One person can. And could maybe take people with her.
Yeah, I was thinking about, like, could she have us help in a actual official
In
capacity?
an official capacity.
If she's a marshal.
Well, and you guys have the things from Tealston that says you're allowed to go where you want to go.
Allowed to go into the cog district. That is all that
Oh,
pass
okay.
does. Is it gets them past the laborer strike.
Okay.
But it's something signed by a police official, which means that to your average beat cop, it might not mean that much.
And if I hit in with the beat cops and pull my badge,
Mm-hmm. They'll let you in. So yeah, you see a couple of people. You see this police cordon has like just been set up. It probably hasn't been standing for longer than 10, 20 minutes. And there are a couple of detectives outside who are rather investigators um, outside, and or excuse me, inquisitors outside, who are the
okay.
higher rank, the same rank that Tealson is. Um, and there are a bunch of other beat cops here in the police cordon before you walk in through the front door of the printing house.
Okay. So if I go through with my badge out, they're gonna let me,
Yeah, absolutely. And you see they stop
and they're with
Obscura. You
me.
see they stop Obscura and Lucius. Hey, police business only. Keep back on the other side of
They're
the
with
line.
me.
They're with you.
They're with me.
Are they
Hmm.
civilians? Where are your badges?
These are not the droids you're
We
looking
are
for.
a private security detail.
Make a deception check.
Absolutely.
Oh. He is good at that.
Man, I hate having a party full of charisma casters.
Yeah.
I really
That's gonna
do.
be. Okay, I'm going to use a luck point and roll that at advantage.
Boom, lucky.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 19.
A 19. Yeah, you say we're from a private security detail, crossing your arms, and behind you this mountain of plate armor is just kind of standing there looking tough. He looks past you up at Lucius and goes, "All right this way." And you see there is a kind of moment of, I don't want to tangle with that. That's more than I get paid for. And he sort of just ushers you guys in. Um, you are led into the Xanthan printing house. The power has been cut from this building, so the light bulbs inside are off. And the second you walk in, you smell blood. A lot of it. Heavy, metallic, stinks blood. Old, nasty blood. And on the first floor, you see nothing but blood. Soaking everything. To the side, you see these massive printing presses. You see conveyor belts. You see stacks of newspapers. You see wanted posters stacked up by the boatload up to the fucking rafters. But on the first floor, nothing but blood. There are no bodies.
And upstairs.
You go upstairs. As you go upstairs, there is a vignette set here. Posters, as you climb up the stairs, are glued to the walls, to the stairs, to the ceiling, in increasing density until they are much like a drop cloth set over every available surface and vortexing on the far wall to draw the eye in. There you see that there is a wheel that is turning perpetually. Sitting in a chair beside it, there is a dead body whose entrails are out, caught in the wheels of the spokes. And as the wheel turns, it knots and releases, knots and releases, knots and releases. And you realize that the wheel is being driven by the tension of this person's entrails, pulling it as it approaches the top and letting the gravity of the wheel pull it right back up and doing the same thing. It is a perpetual motion machine that this person has made with the weight of the handle. And Obscura.
Yeah.
What starts as a chuckle, turns into a giggle, turns into a cackle. As you realize the joke that's been played on you, you are staring at kinetic art.
I suppose I am to blame for this one. Whoops.
Okay, so that is the basis of what you guys see. We are now in a crime scene analysis. So we're going to be using a lot of our nativities. We're going to be asking a lot of questions. I have given you the absolute skeleton. There's a lot more that can be built on here.
Come on, let's go get something.
So if I walk back downstairs, is that where the actual like printing press machinery is?
Yes.
And running through that machinery instead of paper, would I find the skin of the body upstairs?
You would not.
Who is the person that's there? Can we make out who the person that's been,
Almost
named?
impossible to identify. I would ask for a medicine check. DC on it is a 25.
Okay, let's hope I get a natural
All
20.
three of you can roll this.
Oh. 17.
No.
Close.
Yeah, I don't like a +1 to medicine.
But
so
no
I wouldn't
cigar.
mind any.
You might get a nat
Yeah.
20.
It's an 18.
Gentlemen and lady, you guys gather around this skinned, flayed corpse and can tell nothing about it. The genitalia has been removed. Any sort of skin has been removed. Any identifying features, tattoos, facial features, hair have all been removed. You literally cannot tell what this thing once was. Now, what is interesting, on that 17 medicine Lucius, you have never seen a Skinner before, a Skinner vignette like this before ever in your life. This doesn't look like the photos Chrysanthemum had. You're looking at this from an outsider's perspective. You see something that other people don't. This is older. The body is older. And you start to think, I don't think this person was killed here. And furthermore, I don't think this person was killed recently.
Are there a lot of people up here with us?
Yes, absolutely. Place is swarming with cops.
What's the vibe there? How are the cops reacting to this insane display, frankly?
Are you accessing your nativity, or you just want to get a general vibe check?
No, I just want to get a vibe of like,
Roll insight.
is it like with baited? Yeah. That's 10.
Tired.
Tired?
Tired.
Interesting. Okay.
So you're saying the body is older or the person themselves was older?
The
The body was
corpse.
killed.
The corpse was
Was-
older. It has gone through some decay.
Okay. And Chris's nativity on the scene, what would she?
Sure. Roll investigation with advantage.
Why would the Skinner kill someone fresh and then do this? Why would he
16.
why would he kill someone and then do this later?
16.
16.
So
on
why
the,
would he kill?
on the investigation check, the floor, it's strange. He's put these posters on the floor, on the walls, on every available surface, covering the windows, covering anything he could, covering the fucking light bulbs in here, with the posters of himself. But there is blood on the floor. And as opposed to below, where it looks like a kid's finger painting, like he might have come in with buckets, it's truly more blood than one person could ever have. It's
Right.
more blood than 20, 30 people could have had. He filled up a room with blood. But up here, it looks more precise. There's that beige tan coloration on the floor, and you see that there is a triangle on the floor of blood.
A triangle of blood on the floor.
There's a triangle on the floor of blood that is shortly before the spinning wheel, and it is a triangle. What did you say you rolled? A 17?
16.
A 16. It's not quite high enough for you to parse together exactly what that is. Obscura, as Chrysanthemum starts to circle this. Make a performance check with advantage.
I love this one. It's gonna be 25.
25. That is exactly what you needed to learn everything there is to know about this.
Sure.
As Chrysanthemum, what are your first thoughts as you look at this triangle?
This one really goes by surprise. I had a burger that was cooked in mustard in the past, and I absolutely love it.
I don't know.
No idea. At a loss. This is strange. You've never seen a Skinner tableau that has writing or any sort of symbology to it. Nothing. He usually just the art speaks for itself. He just
It's the body, the bleeding, skinning body, and it's
it was somebody
hold on.
important and now it's not.
Right.
Obscura, you see something different. This is a waltz. The sides of the triangle are compressed and sort of bowing inward to the design. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You think that somebody was holding a bleeding skinned corpse as they danced with it. And that blood spilled down onto the drop cloth. Furthermore, you know this dance. You know this exact choreography. This is from an opera of Varietas Temporis.
Okay.
That's the opera that was playing when the opera house opened.
Correct. As you say that out loud, that was the opera that was playing the night the Lufthaven Opera House opened. And there were people killed by the Skinner.
There is a certain degree of like revelry that's obvious to me here. That's like not necessarily like it's just like macabre, right? Like it's the visage of someone dancing with a corpse and
Mm-hmm. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's hard to imagine anything else.
so very quietly I'll lean over to Chris, kind of with my finger trace through and explain, the steps of the choreography and what happened here. And kind of ended on a like in most circumstances, like if you were to say something like this, it'd be like, well, that's just me, right? But it would end with like I am completely entirely confident that that's went down here. What went down here?
And so
So what
We
it
know-
comes down to,
we know why here specifically, because these are the people that printed the poster we came up with the artwork for. But why this person's, and we don't have any way to know who this person was.
I was just going to let you know that there is more you can do with the body to learn more about what was done to it. You can do a post-mortem. You can do an in-field autopsy on this body. It's not untoward to do so.
Am I capable of that?
You could be capable of using visual calculus to piece together the logistics of what happened.
Okay.
But you would need somebody with a suitable medicine skill to tell you the medicine behind what happened. You can send off for things like toxicology reports. You can send off for things like ballistics reports. Those can be forwarded to you via an LDN channel. And you can send off for in-field reports of that kind. But to do an actual in-field autopsy would probably not be untoward in this moment. They're actually waiting for somebody to come up and do that. You see a bunch of investigators up here a bunch of Inquisitors who kind of don't want to do it.
Would Tilson be capable of it?
Tilson would be capable of it, but he is not on scene at the moment.
Could we get him on scene?
You can get somebody to go give him a ring.
Okay.
So you turn over and bark for someone to go get Tilson. And they run off and go send an LDN message. Are you guys going to sit and wait for him, or is there more you want to investigate during that time?
I think I'd like to tap into my nativity.
Okay.
It's going to be a little bit of an abstract kind of way of doing it, but
That's what nativities are for. Go for it.
sure. So there's different types of performance, right?
Yes.
Everyone is performing. Whether you're
Yes.
performing for yourself, where you're doing something to feel like that you are upholding your sense of self, or if you're putting on a show where it's a scene you set for other people and they take it in and that alters their perception of you and you paint that picture. Would I be able to determine what type of painting that this is? Is this performance for other people? Or is this revelry and performance for themselves? Like
No check.
specifically the waltz.
No check necessary. This is a direct mocking of the advice you gave the Skinner. This is a tableau meant for you, Obscura.
Including the waltz.
Including the waltz. This sentence.
Interesting.
This sentence of, I would explain to you the difference between static and kinetic art. He said, okay, you want kinetic art? I'll give you kinetic art. This is what that looks like. Is this what you wanted?
He's so petty.
It is petty, and it feels out of character. You think that what you said, whether or not it did in that moment, really got under his skin. That he felt as if you were trying to lecture him as a better. I'm better at this than you are. Let me give you a lesson there, youngster. And he took that personally. That you might have indirectly painted a target on your back. But there is no self-aggrandizement happening here. This is very pointed. This is very directed. It is not for him. Nowhere, if it were, you would have seen it elsewhere. In the Skinner's other kills, that he spent time with the body, that he lavished the attention of having somebody. There's none of that. There is just a very pointed, this is what you asked for, hope this works. I hope this is what you were going for.
How fun.
And plus, this isn't, it's on the second floor of a publishing company. It's not out where tons of people could see it and be buy it.
This was, and looking back on your case file that you've made this morning, this is one of the most hidden Skinner kills in history. The closest to this was a body he put in an alleyway. Like, normally they are right out in the fucking open to such a degree that there is the looming question of how did he get that there without anyone seeing him? Like in the arms of the statue at the center of the fountain in Brighthold, how did he get that there without anyone seeing him? That's the big question. And so, this being one of the most,
hide this one.
He chose to hide this one.
Oh.
It was what you think. Not that he couldn't, not that he didn't want to, but he chose to. He wanted this to be a private viewing.
Just for us.
Just for you.
Specifically for Obscura.
Specifically for Obscura. You think, your visual calculus starts to tick in, and you think, that motive doesn't quite make sense. Just for us, he couldn't have known. Obscura would want to double check on this. Obscura would want to do this. He probably saw the posters and thought, that's too far. And decided on his kinetic art being in this place. So about this time, Tilson Lane does show up. You see that he has visibly not slept since last you saw him. He is actually rolling with a level of exhaustion. But he walks up and is smoking a cigarette as he comes up to the second floor. This is an orcish man, about 6'2", a long, like a wide-brimmed black hat, long black leather trench coat, and 2 police badges that are on either side of his chest. One is for Marshal, one is for Investigator Marshal. and you see a massive fucking hand cannon that is strapped right in like an appendix carry, like right in the front of his belt. Um, he comes up and says, "Good morning, Marshal."
Inspector,
So
what we have for you today.
beautiful and amuse bouche. Well, what were you thinking? Have any notes come up? How long have you been on scene?
Not very long, just before I sent them to get you, but my friend has an interesting, we talked to him yesterday.
Yeah, I remember the
We
guy.
spent time with him yesterday. Um, and some of the things that were said, my friend thinks could have been taken as a taunt.
Okay, let's hear your pet theory.
I will go in wonderful flowery detail, same way that I did with Chrysanthemum, pointing through, looking down, saying like, oh, explaining that he was dancing and holding the
Tilson's
corpse to
Tilson's
him.
very understanding of this, and I'm just gonna make a real quick intelligence check for him. He's not stupid. We'll actually call this an investigation check for him. Um,
And Josh, tell me the name of that dance again.
it is the dance from the opera. He did not roll very high on the investigation. It is the dance from the opera Varietas Temporis. I can spell that for you if you like.
No, I got it.
Varietas Temporis. Tilson did not roll very high on his investigation, so he's not putting the pieces together right now. But he is following your narrative. You're putting a narrative together that he's better at following a story beat than he is at actually putting pieces together right now. You think he's working off very little sleep. Nods and follows along and says, "All right. So he's waltzing with the body, he's waltzing with the corpse, and you think this is a direct barb at you for your confrontation with him the other day. Is that fair to say?"
Well, since you're my friend,
I wouldn't
I'll
go so
tell you.
far, but continue.
Right,
Nice.
since you're my friend, I say it anyway. I perhaps laid out some differences between static and kinetic art, and he seems to have taken that quite personally. And this, and I gesture towards the rest of the
Yeah,
crime
I get
scene,
it.
is
Kinetic art. Okay.
kinetic art.
So, have we done
And
an
then
infield autopsy?
I was waiting for you.
All right. Let's let's go ahead and get him off. And he's going to move and with whoever's help try to very carefully get him off. He is going to make a dexterity saving throw. Whoever would like to assist him with that can help. But this is a dexterity saving throw that will be required for whoever.
Okay.
My
I have-
clothes are much too nice to get,
So I think Chrysanthemum, that's you. Lucius is too big, too bulky. Obscura doesn't want to sully his clothes. So go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh wait, saving throw.
Yes, please. Ha.
22.
Tealson rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Tealson takes some of the entrails off and stops and goes, "Stop, stop, stop." There is a tripwire attached to the entrails that is moving right into the wall. And he says, "I'm going to stand here and hold this. Go on the other side of the wall and figure out what that tripwire connects to."
Right. So I'll scurry around. Is it obvious?
Yes, very obvious. As you move around to the office, the rear office, there is a hole in the wall that the glint of a tripwire is moving through and connecting to a vinyl record player.
Is there a record on it?
There sure is.
Is the record player going to play or is it going to explode?
It is going to play.
Okay. So I'm going to just say it's good and give the wire a tug myself.
Give the wire a tug yourself, and Tilson goes, "What the fuck?" And the needle falls onto the record, and you hear, "Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run."
Motherfucker.
And then the record skips, and you hear it again. "Run, Rabbit, run. Rabbit, run. Run. Run.
All right, I'm just pulling that record off and smashing it
Pull the record
because
off and smash it. And the only portion left in your hand says Magnuson.
Okay.
And you look at it and you feel that same twing in your mind. This is the name of a bound. You've, like, the same way you felt when you looked at Alistair Cross, that he's important, but he's not one of mine. This is somebody's bound. And Obscura looked at it and felt the same twing, like, it's important, but it's not mine. This is somebody else's. And we move now to that somebody else. James, your character is standing in an alleyway shortly out of the police cordon. You see them upstairs, not through your own sight, but through the pull, as if you are connected by thread. You sit, and you wait, and you watch. Are you doing anything?
I'm like in enough of you to like see them upstairs because I know they're
So
upstairs.
the windows are
aren't they?
covered with the Skinner posters, so you can see the light inside from people carrying lanterns and
Kind of the
showing.
same thing they saw when they were
Exactly.
approaching.
It's tough to make out
Okay.
any details, but you feel the pull of a thread in particular moving upward. I just said it, so it's the ninth thread pulling you towards them.
Um, can I still use one of those camping
Yes, you can choose whichever
abilities?
one you like.
The third one, contrivances,
Contrivances and
contrivances.
which contrivance are you using? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
4.
Okay. Which question would you like to ask?
Gosh, I've been thinking about this the whole time, and I don't know what I want to go for, but I think I'm just gonna go. Do I join them?
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I had a feeling.
Do you ask that question at this moment standing in the alleyway?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ask that question and the answer is yes. And you feel a sense of urgency that the sooner you join them, the sooner you can head northward and resolve what you have to resolve, and then you can be done.
Do I see any way I could get in there, knowing that like I probably can't get past these
You
officers
have
surround?
gone through moving life unseen for enough time that if you used your genie ability, you feel reasonably confident that you could write yourself out for enough time to move into the cordon to make yourself known to these people.
Then I think I would do that.
Okay. What does the book look like?
It's almost like a very torn journal. It's just barely the size of Thorn's hand, and I feel like it's something that he's not proud to really hold. And it's I'd say it's the only thing on him that still has color, but it's not like anything bright or anything. It's just a dark mud
Leather brown.
leather brown.
Yeah.
Just it looks beat and it looks like something is something's
You
more to it.
you flip up a few pages ahead of where you are, and you feel yourself as you scratch the name Thorn from the page. You feel yourself becoming ethereal, and you are able to move through unseen, unheard, unfelt. What do you do with that?
And is it like it's still the same area, just
Mm-hmm.
I'm unseen?
Unseen, unheard,
I feel
unfelt.
I feel like I would go through the entrance with the least amount of people and just kind of make my way to the upstairs, but not like in like outside of the room they're in, perhaps, and just try to like not just appear out of nowhere
You have
right in the
used
room.
this ability to know enough that you are ethereal. You are able to walk through walls and through people. So you don't need to choose a secluded entrance. You can walk right through the front. And as you do, you see the same tableau of the downstairs. And as you move upstairs, Chris, Obscura, and Lucius, you see a straight up fucking ghost in the fucking corner of the room watching you that just came up the stairway. And
Like a ghost.
Oh my god, death has come for me!
a ghost. Lucius, do you really scream that?
Yeah, I'll scream that shit.
Lucius,
Yeah,
It's finally here!
Lucius, make an intimidation check with disadvantage, please.
11.
11. Tilson turns and looks at where you're looking, looks right at the ghost, and goes, Marshall, is your fucking friend alright? Do we need to get the old man something to drink? And just as he says that, Thorn, what do you do to belay their caution?
I think, gosh, what I wanted to do was just too ominous. I just wanted to go shh.
Yeah, I think that works. Thorn, you put a finger to your lips and tell them
Chris
to
is drawn
shh.
down on that shit.
Pulling your gun. Yeah, you pull
It
your
is.
gun and aim.
It is out.
Do you shoot?
Yeah, I'm
Not yet.
I assume Obscura has a dagger ready to chuck.
No, I'm not even gonna throw a dagger. I'm pulling the deck out, and a single card is thumbed up and like at my side.
Ready to go. One of the aces from
Yeah.
the very bottom of the deck ready to be slung. And you see this figure in the corner of the room, as James has described, a pale, colorless tiefling. At this moment, transparent, that you can see completely through him to the back wall, holding a finger to his lips. Chris, you have seen this picture before. You've seen this man before. We move back in time to when Rose Cassidy slid that bounty across the table at you and said, "You sure you can handle one more thing on your plate?"
And I said, I'll just pull up another plate.
Pull up another plate. And you looked down to see the name Thorn Basalt Vale, wanted more than 50 years ago for divine heresy. And heresy against the Order.
Does this person in front of me even look 50 years old?
Not by a damn sight.
So the logical part of my head is saying
Can't
this
make it make sense.
can't make it make sense. Now, I had a question is, does he look like what I have in my mind as an image of him is a person who's been drawn and then poorly erased?
He is drawn in the same detail that most other wanted posters are drawn. Whoever is mass producing these is a pretty good penman. Can draw a pretty convincing portrait of this person. You think that more sketch artists exist out in the world who obviously are good at what they do. This is a to-life picture of the person before you. But where there was once like shading and the indication of color, even though the image itself was monochrome, as you look at this person, you would expect to see the same color as, oh, this is just a drawing of the person. The color hasn't transcribed itself onto him. There is no color to speak of.
So he looks like the
He
drawing.
looks more like the drawing, correct.
And
Sure.
he's sort of see-through, so he sort of looks like he's been badly erased.
Make an Arcana check.
Ooh,
You're intelligent. You could probably do it.
I'm intelligent.
It's not a very high DC.
12. No, 14.
Yeah, the world of magic is not your strong suit, but you know enough about magic to know a third level spell called Blink that makes somebody ethereal. That would put you out of the world and put you back in the world at the start of out of game. Blink makes you ethereal between turns, that nobody can hit you when it's not your turn. You have a 50-50 shot at going into the ethereal plane. And then at the start of your turn, you pop back in. And then you're gone, and you pop back in. This is similar to that, but more long-lasting. He has just gone ethereal. Typically, most things in an ethereal plane cannot be seen unless they wish to be. And to those they choose. That's an even higher order of magic.
So if he was really worried about somebody going to take him in, he would just have not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Obscura will call out to him. Not super. I'm not yelling, but say, "Hi. I appreciate the entrance as much as anybody else would, but please identify yourself and your intentions before we try to kill you."
Tealson goes, "What the fuck is going on?"
Chris is going to say, "It's all right."
Is it?
Probably.
Can I just
Make-
ethereally point at Tealson and point at the door? Just be like,
Thorn, you can speak in this moment.
well, like he wouldn't hear me.
Tealson is unable to
That's-
hear you
okay,
if you don't
okay,
wish to be
that's-
heard by him.
I feel like all I would say is like I can explain more. Not
Please
like
do.
this. If he's not here. As I'm pointing to Tealson.
I don't know how Chris feels about that. She's not going to feel super great with Tilson being gone.
Not completely gone, just not in the room. Just
There are more cops than Tealson in the room. If you're trying to be alone to reveal yourself,
like
it
okay,
might be more
guess,
becoming to tell
asking-
the party to move elsewhere first.
Yeah, I guess I thought it was just Tealson in there, so I guess it was just having us get alone.
For instance, you could move into the back office where there is
Where the
no
record
one,
player is.
where the record player is, and reveal yourself and be alone with the three of them.
She would do that. She's already been there.
Then I feel like Thorn would just actually just gesture into the room and just face through the wall and just be there.
I figured exactly. You walk straight through the wall where the tripwire was dug through and disappear.
I'll enter the room. I'll
But hang
follow.
on. But hang on first before you follow.
Hmm.
I'm sure Chris has in her pocket somewhere that wanted poster
Hmm.
that she's been given, that she's got him in the back of her mind all this time. She's just going to take it out and open it up like this to Obscura and say, "This is my contract."
Oh,
Tealson looks at it and says, "It doesn't have a name."
Doesn't it?
does it have a name?
Yeah, you look at it and read Thorn Basalt Vale. And he says, "It doesn't have a name." How can you hunt a person that doesn't have a name?
It does though.
Make an insight check.
Wait, is it check on the little ones or check on the big ones? No, that's a saving throw.
That's a saving throw.
What? An insight?
Insight, yes, ma'am.
12?
Tealson has no reason to lie to you.
15 rather, sorry.
Still, Tealson has no reason to lie to you. If he says he doesn't see a name, it's likely he does not see a name.
Hmm.
There's nothing even written there. It's just a picture. Who gave you that?
Oh shit, do I tell him? Because I joined the thing?
It's not against the law. It's a little bit untoward of a marshal. It's a little bit unbecoming of a police official, but it's not illegal. Just bad conduct.
All right. Trying to come back here and find who the hell did I even join?
Long Haul Collective.
Thank
And
you.
you spoke with Rose Cassidy.
Thank you. I'm going to tell him that. I'm going to tell him that, I've been following these people. I've been working with these people. I needed a way to go places and not have my motives questioned when I'm trying to follow this guy.
You already
I
have
signed up-
that. It's called a badge.
It's not the same, Tilson.
Go talk to your fucking invisible man, and whenever you're done being insane, let's continue our fucking police work. What do you say? Sound good?
Yeah, I doubt if I'll ever be done being insane, but let's give it a shot.
Don't make me write you up. Don't forget, I am your fucking superior.
Yes, sir.
Takes the entrails off and starts to take the body down. And he begins his autopsy in the other room as you guys move into the office to speak with Thorn.
Okay.
Chris, in this moment, mechanically, you have lost rapport with Tealson.
Oh no.
As we enter that back office, is Thorn just like there?
Thorn, you tell me.
Yeah, I feel like I would be. I don't think there's any just I can't really sit down. So I feel like I would just kind of be there. I'm still ethereal because I don't want to unwrap myself having to get out of the house filled with cops. Um, and I just want to open it up with just saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It told me to join you guys, and I'm
It
just
told
here.
you.
It it tells me a lot of things. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I had a feeling that there was just something here, something that would just help me. I don't know. Help me, help you, help us. I
So,
I've I haven't talked to a lot of people in a long time.
unless a perpetual motion machine with strewn entrails and skinned bodies are what you need to help you, there's
Hmm.
not a lot else here other than
Yeah.
little old us. As I look at the golden dragon, the rabbit marshal, and the masked man with.
With a deck of cards.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, maybe I don't need it. Maybe you guys need it. It, it's very broad. It's very broad, and I'm sorry. It's,
Hmm.
I just
You
have to
wouldn't
be
happen
here.
to be like, the tall man and the little girl we talked. Do you remember those guys? And as I motion towards Chrysanthemum.
Thorn, you have met these people before.
I am not them, but I know who you're talking about.
Remember Latchkey and Continuance? They
There you
were
go, thank
lovely, and they were quite strange and ethereal. Maybe he's like them. Or not. I'm not really sure. You're quite vexing at your existence. Well, I don't know what you're doing here.
Neither do I, sadly. However, it seems as if I could possibly help, or you could possibly help me.
What do you need helping with?
There's someone toying around with something that they just don't know anything about what they're messing with. They're using it for things that I need to know that I can trust you all. And I know that's hard to ask
I
given
need
the
to know that I can
situation.
trust you all. I feel like that there's like a direction missing there, right? Like you knowing that
S is
you
one
can trust us. What
in Chris's
Listen.
pocket.
Listen.
have you a show of good faith to know that my throat won't end up slit if I fall asleep near you?
Right up front about again, non-eyewitness still confuse me with an eyewitness. He actually uses conventional term. He uses writing conventions of the day that within regular biography that was so again.
You were not
I don't know.
reassuring me in any meaningful capacity.
I know.
And he says that
Thorn, perhaps
don't-
explaining what you're looking for might help them. You get the sense that what you are looking for might not be something to which they are entirely unfamiliar.
There is a rift.
There
It's-
is now.
It's being toyed with in a manner. It just. Her name is her name is Ophelia, and she's messing with this rift, using it for her own good in a way that I don't think she understands. And if it's not stopped soon, I don't know what's going to happen. I feel she's trying to use it as some sort of power source. I don't know for what,
A
but
rift.
Another rift.
That is veritable enough information where I trust you wholly. You just start talking about rifts, and I'm like, okay, like this guy's know what's up. He knows what's up.
I believe as far as I've been pulled, it's somewhere near Mazework Manor.
Hmm.
Maybe inside of it.
And it is
In
near what manor?
in truth, Thorn, it is beneath Mazework
Hmm.
Manor, the high home of Lefthaven, the home of Baroness Ophelia the Hammer Stall.
Oh.
Stall. The great niece of one
Mm.
Baron Grigory Stall.
So Jesus was crucified. So
I don't know if it has anything to do with this
so they deny he actually has
sea of blood, but
called Dawsonism.
I know it has something to do with you all.
The Sea of Blood. Hmm. Don't let me feel like I am diminishing the severity of the situation, but the Sea of Blood is just a thorn in our sides right now.
Thorn.
Compared to
Sorry.
you're talking about rifts and Ophelia, and you may join.
He's divine.
You may join me. I don't know how the others feel.
We don't actually get like
Of course, we can meet somewhere else, not here. You all may finish whatever it is you all
Whatever it is we do here, yes.
Thorn, you feel a little bit safer, and perhaps if you are able to win over the trust of the one who is wearing a badge right now, you might not be untoward to join the room of police officers and offer what you know in this investigation. If
And
the
I'll
masked dude and the giant golden lizard and fucking 800 pounds of plate armor are let in, maybe a fucking white tiefling would not be
and this
like,
this is was the room where the record was shattered.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so like I'll go over to like a piece of the shattered record on the ground and try to kick it, even though I'm ethereal and I won't kick anything, and I'll be like, unless
Your foot
you all
passes
might
right,
might need some help.
Thorn, your foot passes right through the name Magnuson, and you stop dead in your fucking tracks. Magnuson. You know that name. That's a name that's important. That is a bound. That is your bound. You've never had bound before. Only people integral to the story have bound. Thorn, I would like for you to make me an investigation check, and please do so with advantage.
Oop, oop. Ooh, only a 13.
13. On a 13, I can't give you much, but I can give you his full name. His name is Maynard Magnuson. And you know that he is here in Lufthaven.
And like I just know the name rather than like know him.
You can't picture him in your mind's eye, but you know enough about Bound to know that they are figures integral to the positive forces of the world. They
Exactly.
provide a
Right.
force of positive change, meaning that whatever Maynard Magnuson is doing, whoever he is, and whether or not he truly knows it, he is doing something good. And he is yours to protect. Other people can contribute, but he is yours to protect. And the consequences fall on your shoulders if you are unable to do so. But Maynard Magnuson is in
Okay.
Lufthaven right now, and you know his name. And you know he is abound and integral to your story.
I feel like after I do the little bit of like, unless you need some help after trying to kick it and looking at Magnuson's name. I just utter Maynard, his first name, just slightly under my breath, and I'm just like, just continue saying it, and I'm like, Maynard.
Do I pick up on that?
Yeah, you hear him say Maynard.
Yeah. Maynard who?
Magnuson. It it just feels important. He's here. Not sure
Magnuson.
where.
And it's the like on the label of the record, right?
It's the
Like it's
record label,
the
correct? Exactly correct. It's the
like
person.
Apple Records.
It's like the person in charge of production, like a film produced by, a record produced by. He is the person in charge of saying, "Oh, I like that song. We'll print that. Oh, I like that song. We'll
Okay.
print that." He's not in charge
Like
of the
Apple.
he's not in charge of the making of this music per se, but he is in charge of deciding what goes to the shelves.
Sure. Apple Records prints Beatles records.
Precisely, yeah. But
Madison makes Run Rabbit Run.
exactly, but Maynard made the song. And interestingly, Obscura as well, even though the pieces are broken, you are unable to read the name of this as well. In fact, none of you are.
So even though the piece was in my hand,
Couldn't read the name of it. It was written there, but not in the language you understood.
okay.
Hmm.
I'll give you all a moment to talk amongst yourselves about this as I go refill my water bottle.
I suppose our private bodyguard agency has expanded.
If I can't read Magnuson Records, but can I read Run Rabbit Run as the title?
Yeah. We have to call for
Huh?
backup.
Read Magnuson Records, you can't read the name of the record.
But they can't see Magnuson?
They can see Magnuson as well. No one can read the name of the song.
Oh, we can read Magnuson Records, but we cannot read the name of the song.
Okay,
Do we know
I
what
was-
language it's in?
So we know it says Magnuson Records, but we don't know that it says Run Rabbit Run. Although we know that that's the song because we heard it play.
Be right
What do they
back.
call that?
I can't decide if Chris just wants to pull out the wanted poster and said, "Why do I have this?"
It's probably a good question.
I'm talking to
Like,
them.
why do
We're
I need to
talking
get you?
amongst ourselves, not the DM. Go back in your room. Go back in your room. Go to your room.
You're cheating. You're cheating.
He is a cheat. He's a butthead.
I'm not a cheat. Be nice to me.
I don't have to be nice to you.
Be nice to me.
You're my kid. So Tealson can't see Thorne's name.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper with
Okay.
strawberries and cream.
It's a pretty good one.
It
Eggs and
is
cream.
adequate.
Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad.
The
likes
only
berries
time-
and cream.
The only time I saw that was in Mexico. I have not seen more.
I saw it in Mexico too. I was in Cozumel and
What?
they fucking like played it from a TV. I was like, I haven't heard this advertisement in years. What the fuck?
That's
I don't know
really
if the signal
interesting.
takes just a really long time to get to Mexico. I don't. I didn't get why. But yeah, I heard it like 3 or 4 times while we were in Cozumel.
For this?
That's really interesting.
No, the berries and cream lad.
Oh.
The little dude with the cut that looked like fucking Lord Farquaad going, berries and cream, berries and cream.
Wow.
I don't even remember what that was advertising. What the fuck? Who
I
made...
sent you a quick little message.
Oh, thank you, James.
Just a quick yes or no.
Oh, it's Starburst.
Oh, it was the star because they did the berries and cream starburst, didn't they? Yeah.
That's what it was? Oh my
I
gosh,
think
yes,
so.
yes it was.
I think so.
Or was it Skittles? thought it was Skittles.
Starburst, yeah.
Oh, it was Starburst? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Starburst, Skittles, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, just different
One has a
texture.
candy shell.
Man,
one
that
is
cut
just a
was
big
more
lump.
fucked up than I remember.
Yeah,
He's
you
a
know, like
theater professor now that takes points off of
No,
students'
he is
final
They
if they mention
really,
it.
they really fucked
No,
his
he
shit
is
up,
not.
fam. Look
No,
at
he
this
is
guy.
not.
They really fucked this man's cut. All right, all right.
This terrible.
Let's fucking rope it back in here,
We'll
folks.
rein it in.
All right. Okay, so we're all in this office. We've met an insane ghostman. We've learned the name of another bound.
Can
Well,
anyone
he's given
read
reason
the
enough.
name of the song?
Nobody can read the name of this song. It is written there. It's just not in a language that any of you speak.
Dang.
You think you simply just don't know what language that is. But it's weird because like when we look at Russian or Japanese or Chinese, we can read that and say, "Oh, I don't know what that is." But I know it's Japanese. I know it's Cyrillic. I know it's Cantonese. I know it's Mandarin. I can kind of put together and figure out where on the world it is. This is a straight up language that none of you have ever even seen before.
And I have a lot of languages.
Just not a language that you speak.
It seems like it'd be a smart idea to maybe visit this publishing house, get more information on this record. Yeah.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
And not only can we
I
trace
may
back
join.
the origin. Huh?
I said, I don't suppose why not, if I may join.
If you may join. I don't know. The rabbit calls the shots around here.
I was about to say, as I'm looking at the rat.
Jesus Christ!
He's got the gun.
Fuck!
Oh, Lord, he's gonna die. Do I need to come to CPR?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm super good.
Says fighting tears.
Fuck!
Get already got all of a sudden.
Jesus, I'm super good.
Great. So I'm taking a piece of the record and I'm sticking it in my bag with the wine bottle.
Obscura
and all
has
this
a
other
complete
shit I'm
record in
carrying
his
around.
bag. You
I'm taking
saw
this,
Obscura slide
I'm
a
taking
full
the broke-
record in his bag.
but I'm taking the broken piece anyway, just in case they're a little bit different.
Okay,
Because it's only this big and I'm taking it.
great. Add a shard of a vinyl record to your inventory for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'll get
Obscura
that.
is sold on Thorn. How does Chrysanthemum feel?
Chrysanthemum is iffy only because she has a wanted poster in her bag that has his picture wanted for murders that happened 50 years ago, but he looks about.
No. Hard
No?
no. Wrong information. This is
Okay.
wanted for heresy, specifically two kinds of heresy: heresy against the divine and heresy against the order. These are Primigenian crimes. These
Oh,
are crimes that are made
so sorry.
by the Primigenian order, meaning
And against the divine.
heresy against the order and heresy against the divine. These are crimes that are listed in the glossary. These are religious edicts. These are Primigenian edicts, meaning that they're high crimes for sure, because the Primigenian is a noteworthy and secondary body of law. Still,
Okay.
though, they are crimes that are invented. It's not like he strung somebody up by the neck until dead and did some, frontier justice type shit. This is
He
just
did
a
something,
guy.
counted his rosary backwards and pissed some religious guy off.
It's more than that. Heresy is not quite you did something wrong, it's you did something egregious. It's that your
Okay.
words are directly slanderous against either the divine, your words or actions are directly slanderous against the divine or directly slanderous against the order, and in this case, both.
But you said something about 50 years ago.
Yes, the crimes are listed for being roughly 50 years prior, which is astonishing that you're like, there's no fucking way that this
Because
person...
he doesn't look 50 years old.
He doesn't look even scarcely 20.
I just want to add, maybe kind of really role played that wrong. Crimes against the Primogenian Order would have been exactly the amount of things that I needed to be totally cool with you.
Yeah, as Chris pulls out the wanted poster, you did not get a chance to look at the crimes because you didn't show it to you for that long. But as you
Sure.
look under the crimes listed, you're like, holy shit, heresy against the order,
Yeah.
heresy against the divine. And these are big
Bring it in, bro,
points that are
like-
added to the Obscura column. You're on the board.
Absolutely.
So Chrysanthemum is iffy. Obscura is absolutely 100% sold. Lucius hasn't said or thought much. What is Lucius's take? How is he feeling in this moment? Ever stoic, ever stalwart.
I think he's leaning on the side of this guy might be okay. I mean, he scared me, which was a no-no. Don't scare an old man. But he kind of feels the connection of the ninth thread, and it's like, okay, he's important now. He's here for a reason. I mean, otherwise he wouldn't be here. So I think he's kind of leaning like in hearing about his bound. It's like, okay, I'm cool with him for now.
Does Chris get any of that feeling too, like she got with Bonnie and with the others that
Yes, you look
I
at this
don't know
person.
why?
You look at this person and think they are like a bound, but in the same relationship that you help them, they help you. So it's much the same feeling you get from Lucius. It's the same feeling you get from Bonnie, Obscura. This person
He's
is on
important
your
and he's
side.
on my side.
On your side. I think those are words that stick very heavily in your mind. On your
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. Yeah, because I wrote that
'Cause-
down about somebody else too, that they were important and they were on my side. So yeah, if she's feeling that, that'll bring her a little more around.
Chrysanthemum, roll a d20.
And what would the
I'm sorry, what?
Roll a d20.
Or just roll it.
I guess we'll know if it happens, won't we?
17?
On your side. Lucius, your question was?
what were the crimes? Heresy and
Heresy in two categories. Heresy against the divine
heresy.
and heresy against the order.
I think Lucius is like the heresy against the order. I'm like, but like the heresy against the divine, because I come from a religious, background, is a little iffy. So I'm like, he's cool, but I'm gonna watch out for that.
Lucius, make me a
Against the
religion
divine is
check.
a bit. My favorite. 19.
19. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this up.
The religion.
So-
Does Chris know who she heard that whisper from,
Nope.
or it's just a whisper? Was it aloud or was it just in her head?
Just in her head.
Okay.
Okay, heresy against the divine. Defined as any blasphemous words, either printed or spoken, actions either taken or conspired, or other unapproved deed taken against the words of prophets, gods, or other divine scriptures. That is the legal definition of heresy against the divine. It is also typically categorized as worship of any other deity not outlined in the Lex Sacra. The Lex Sacra is the list of approved deities in Eain, meaning that the Primogenian Order says, okay, we get that you want to worship other gods that aren't ours. So here are 6 gods that we'll let you worship for free. Go crazy. Go nuts. But the other ones in the Pantheon, don't even fucking think about it. If we catch you worshiping them, we're going to kill you. And the punishment rather, of heresy against the divine is excommunication or instant and summary execution. Meaning that the second a Primogenian official finds this person and knows what they're guilty of, they can kill you on the spot. They don't have to go through a court
What are
trial.
the 6 gods
The 6 gods
that are cool?
I will pull
Yes,
those
isn't one of them?
up. Lex Sacra. Approved deities within the Lex Sacra include Erathis, the Lawbearer, Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, Moradin, the Allhammer, Pelor, the Dawn Father, Eain, the Knowing Mentor, and the Raven Queen, Matron of Graceful Death. I will outline those one more time for you guys. Approved deities within the Lex Sacra: Arathis the Lawbearer, Bahamut the Platinum Dragon, Moradin the All Hammer, Pelor the Dawnfather, Ioun the Knowing Mentor, and the Raven Queen, Matron of Death. This is also available on page 12 of the glossary. So, Lucius, that comes into mind.
Oh.
So, it's possible that heresy against the divine just means this guy was worshiping some god that the Primogenian order didn't like. It doesn't mean necessarily that he disparaged any god in particular or did any act to harm the faith of, or like harm the flock or do anything to upset a religious order. It just means that he might have been caught doing something religious that he wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not so much like a for most people that aren't in the order. It's not a crime that it would be like, "Oh my god, what a fucking rogue you are." No, it's more like you know better. Come on. Yeah, stop sticking your neck out. Stop looking for trouble. If you're going to worship something, at least keep it hidden. So, if that makes
Okay.
Lucius feel any better, please let me know. I just wanted
No,
to
I
add some
think Lucius is still
context.
kind of like, yeah, I think Lucius is still like cool-ish with Thorn. He's like, okay, this guy can hang for a bit. We'll
Let's
see
see
how he
let's see where
how
this
he plays
rides.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Thorn, I think you feel with, I'd say 2.7 out of 3 people are kind of in your camp. You feel reasonably confident that dropping Ethereal right now would not be a bad call.
Then I feel like I'm gonna let them know that like you'll see more of me. It won't be much different, but and as I write my name back in, and I'll also explain that you might have to explain to him out there that an actual person will be walking out of his room and not a pretend ghost man as if he believes. Because I don't want to get shot down as soon as leaving this room.
And as Thorn writes his name back in the book and closes it, you watch as he merely becomes less transparent, and he is now, fully opaque.
I'll take a glove off and reach out to shake his hand.
I feel like Thorn will like kind of just and then reach out and shake it, just like really
How
someone
does
wants to interact.
Thorn's hand feel? Cold, I imagine.
Definitely cold. I feel like it all not like skin, but not like paper. It doesn't feel right.
Feels
Something's off.
dry, aged.
Dry.
Hmm. I say nothing about that.
Well, there's still an autopsy to continue. So would you guys like to leave this room and continue that autopsy?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm gonna go find Tilson and see where he is with
Yeah,
the auto.
I'm gonna like slowly peek out the door, like just eyes only, like
Great. Thielsen has removed the body from the spinning wheel, and the spinning wheel has now come to a stop. It looks like largely what it was a sort of tension using the entrails to pull things up and to keep the wheel going. It was more a trick of physics than it was a true perpetual motion anything. No magic was cast here. Nothing was done. It was clever engineering, but it wasn't anything remarkable besides the visuals of it. Thielsen has laid this body out and is kind of looking over it a little haggardly. His cigarette is burned down to almost the filter, and as you come out, he takes one last drag and throws it out the window. And you see now that they've taken some of the portraits down from the window and have opened it to let some fresh air in. Marshall, I assume your talk with, I don't know, a ghost went well?
As well as talks with ghosts will go.
Well, we've got a Vic on our hands if you want to help me do some actual police work.
Here I am.
Okay.
Any ideas?
Let's go and make an investigation check for Tealson. I'm going to change this actually to... Let me go back to Tealson's sheet. I'm going to change this to something that's a bit more in his category, which I think will be insight. He's going to put the narrative together, and because he would get advantage on creating a narrative because of his nativity, but he is going to do it straight because he's exhausted.
Exhausted, yeah.
A 14 plus 11 for a 25.
Jesus Lord.
Yeah, Tealson rolls very high on insight. He's incredibly hard to lie to, and truly doesn't lie all that often himself. Um, he explains to you the mechanics of what has gone down here. Entrails were this person's body was skinned. He thinks post-mortem, meaning that this person was killed elsewhere. The body stayed for a little bit and was preserved for some time. The decomposition does not match being out in the open for truly how old this body is. He thinks that it was on deep freeze for a while.
Ooh.
And that he skinned him post-mortem. He set him in the chair, did the waltz, and as the body came to room temperature, that's when it started to bleed and drip. The blood dripping shows that it was progressively more and more. That he brought the body here, skinned and cold, and the room temperature of the room likely brought it back up to temp, which is why it was dripping blood then. So that is an interesting shade onto this.
So there's more blood where the body came to rest than there was in the dance.
More blood. The trail up the stairs is very faint and grows thicker as it moves up. But as the dance continued, more blood fell. There is older blood beneath it. Do you think he was dancing here with his
Okay,
body for a while until it started to bleed?
gotcha.
Um, Furthermore, he set the body down, then made the incision, then pulled the entrails out, severed a portion of the entrails, wrapped it around the wheel, and sewed it back together in such a way that the wheel would turn with the natural tension of the entrails,
Mm,
with the elasticity, rather, of the entrails, which
mhm.
tells you a number of things. One, this is the first time the skinner has actually cut into a victim besides skinning them. Typically, he does not enter any viscera. He simply removes skin. This is a deviation from the pattern of behavior that you have established. Secondly, this is the first time he has ever repaired a body. He has never stitched anything before, and the stitching work seems to be rather well done. Um, And lastly, he shows you to the head of the corpse, and you see a very, very small bullet hole in the temple that went right through either side of the temple and came out one side. There's one side that is slightly bigger, that would be an exit wound. So a small caliber
Is it-
round was shot into this person's head and killed. That is all Tealson Lane can tell you with that 25 insight, as he puts together a narrative of the steps that were taken.
Would I recognize the caliber size from the entry hole?
It is a ball bearing.
Okay.
It is a silenced pistol that uses a ball bearing round and air pumping. So it's sort of air pressurized and shoots one ball bearing very, very quiet. These are not uncommon weapons, but most people, if you're going to shoot somebody, they're not going to use a ball bearing. You shoot someone with a ball bearing when you want to be dead fucking silent, meaning that this person was probably killed in a building with other people. So
Okay.
killed in such a way to be quiet about it, which is also strange. The Skinner,
Mm-hmm.
before in all of his tableaus, there has never been a cause of death wound, which is curious. You think the leading theory is that by pairing it with the Lufthaven Opry, poison is how he kills them, and then afterwards he skins them. But this is the first time you've seen a wound that is distinctly different, which makes you think maybe the Skinner didn't kill this guy. Maybe the Skinner took this body from elsewhere. But that is all Tealson is able to tell you at this moment. So, that's what I learned. Anything else we want to cut him open? We want to send anything off for toxicology?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but I don't know that we're gonna learn much more.
Okay, I'll write up a report.
The the shooting is this is all really different.
I know. That's what's throwing me out. I mean, you're the Skinner person. You're the only person who ever seems to give a shit about any of these crimes. No offense. It's not like I don't. It's just I've got. You know what I mean.
I'm the only one that's getting obsessed with it.
I wasn't going to say that, but yeah. Send this off to the precinct, please. And he hands off a piece of paper to one of the people who is going to run off the toxicology request to the Left Haven Police District.
Hmm. So, is there anything else that Chris sees about the body now that it's
He's given you a bunch of things that are interesting about it.
right?
There is an incision on it, there is stitch work, there is a deviation in pattern, and there is logistics. I mean, which all tie into visual calculus. It also ties into performance, and it also ties into power structure in a strange way. Actually, truly, all four of your nativities are fair game in this post-mortem. And
Can I use
would
it?
you give a shout to Tealson to let him know that Thorn is coming out?
Um, mm,
I'll explain that our private security detail has undergone a immediate expansion.
Tealson looks at you and cocks an eyebrow up and goes, "Private security? That's
you're
what
what?
that's what we're working with now?
Yes.
Is that what happened early this morning? Private security?" You hear a little bit of
And
a
a
you hear a little bit of a chuckle from other police officers.
yes.
Hmm.
Thorn will walk out and just be like, "Get it, because privates."
He shoots a very
That
ugly
wasn't Chris laughing, that was
he
me.
shoots a very ugly look at you, Chris, and returns to looking at the body solemnly as he lights up another cigarette. The floor is the four of yours if you would like to look at this body or analyze the logistics of this any further.
I mean, my nativity is more about the scene, correct?
Hmm?
Or would it be helpful here?
Visual calculus is great at putting an active motion together. A lot of the motion has been set, but you can find the pieces that don't fit. You can find things that you go, I can't reconcile that. This does not make sense to me. What is going on with
Okay,
this? You can find the puzzle pieces that won't fit in the board no matter how hard you punch.
okay.
Feel like even though Thorn is new at this, I feel like I would just step up and just I kind of had a little bit of an idea with the things that this man has said. I don't really know Nielsen's name, I don't think, so I would probably just point at him as he's huffing his cigarette. And given the things that this man has said, it's obvious that a lot of these things, the way this body has came to us, is not this man's usual MO, as you all would like to say. Um, is it? It seems as if it's possible he might work with bodies in some sort of fashion. Maybe at a morgue, perhaps.
Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Tealson or are you talking about the
The Skinner,
corpse? Oh, the Skinner.
like he got the corpse from a morgue, given it was frozen and it wasn't killed the way he usually kills people.
Tielson rolls his eyes again and says, "That's one of the leading theories. A lot of us are taking bets on what his occupation was. Mortician is up there.
I mean, have we seen if there's any recent bodies missing from any?
Every lead seems to go nowhere, but we've just discovered this today. We haven't even had time to look into it. That's not a bad call." He writes out another piece and rips it off and sends it off with another person to inspect around at local funeral homes and morgues to see if they have a missing body.
And I feel like that's about all that Thorn's mind went to.
Thorn, make a. What is your investigation skill? What is your investigation bonus?
+3.
Okay, make an investigation check with advantage. This will tap into your nativity. Any other questions the other three of you would like to ask?
Oh my gosh, excuse me, 20.
20.
I'm sure there's some that I should be, but
It's okay if you don't get this right away. Don't beat yourself up, guys.
okay, thanks.
At 20.
Um.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh wait, you said at 20. I didn't realize you were responding to it. I was reading my nativity to kind of get an idea of like
Yeah,
how
go
to
ahead. Ask your
contextualize.
questions. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So this is a jab at Obscura, straight up.
Pointedly so, yes.
Right. If we're gonna talk about, I guess in the context of performances and stories, right? Does this feel like a beginning, middle, or an end to me? Of the type of rivalry, the type of like tension between him and I.
Make a performance check.
Absolutely.
Okay. We're going to go with Thorn's 20. Was that dirty 20 or natural?
Dirty.
Okay. The windows that have opened allow in fresh air, and you feel a draft. Your brain is pulled through southward. You see a man, sick, lonely, tall, strong, and angry. He is polishing a ball-bearing pistol, heavily silenced, big chunky silencer on the back end of this thing. He's polishing it, cleaning it. He's just field stripped it. There's a spot of grease cloth in front of him. Cleans it, sets it down, coughs, turns and stands up, and walks out of a dark room. And that's it. A piece of a puzzle. Okay, Obscura, what did you get on your performance check?
18.
18. And your question was, in your relationship with the Skinner, does this moment feel like a beginning, middle, or end?
To the like the tension or the rivalry.
Okay.
I don't want to call it a rivalry, but like the sure, that's the word I'll use.
It feels double-sided in a lot of different ways. For you, it feels very much like a beginning. Like this is not the end of this conversation. This is the first time you've had a reply, but it is not the end of a conversation. You think he intended it to be a footnote. As this is a deviation from what I normally do to show you I can work I can work in your field too. I can do it better the way you do it too. And so your note to him about the difference between static and kinetic art, he set this up as a very pointed, this is what kinetic art looks like if you care about that sort of thing. And then said, he intended this to be a one and done. Now, why he chose to do it with this specific body, whoever this specific person was, is a separate matter entirely.
Sure.
But in the conversation that is happening between you and him at this tableau, you interpret this as being, oh, this is the first of potentially many conversations that he and I can have just like this. Whereas you think he intended it as being a very curt reply.
I see.
Does that illustrate, or do you have any more questions on that?
I think that's perfect.
Okay, great. Now, anything from these two? Lucius, go right ahead.
Yes. Could I use my nativity to figure out like how he got in here and did this? Like, did he come in from the window? Was there
Yeah,
somewhere
absolutely.
else he came in from?
That's a power question. Go ahead and roll whatever check you feel you would roll at this moment.
Um,
But you may do so at advantage.
Nat 20 insight check.
Nat 20 insight. I will give
Yeah,
you a
holy
little
crap.
I'll give you a little bit more than you bargained for. This person was important. There would be no reason for him to kill this person if they weren't. Why would he kill somebody who wasn't important? He's not going to kill Joe Schmo from down below. He's going to kill the Forerunner, and he's going to make a big damn show of it. But this person had to be important. Now, you don't know much about the world today. In fact, you know almost next to nothing. But what you do know is that there's only one person you know who got in trouble for killing somebody important recently. You saw his face splashed on the front of a newspaper cover, and it was Tom Keeley. Tom Keeley just got off a murder charge for killing a man named Simon Kane. Simon Kane was the ambassador for Venetian interests and worked out of Lufthaven.
That's the ambassador?
The ambassador of Venetian interests. Meaning that he is a rung below Empress Bernadette Grimaldi. And Tom Keeley killed this guy.
So Tom killed, what was his name? Simon or?
Simon Kane. Kain, if that matters to you.
Simon.
Oh, I had an E on it.
K-A-I-N. And that's the
And you're
corpse
saying that
that's in
this is
front of
who
us
we're
right
looking at,
now.
right?
You are not like 100%, but something's tugging at the back of your mind. Like, the only person that would make any sense to be this important, to be this pointed a reply, is Kane. But Kane was killed months ago. And so Kane's body must have been on deep freeze somewhere else, which adds another layer of intrigue. Why was Kane not found, and why was Kane not buried? Because he is a incredibly important figure. His funeral would have been a bang-up numbers job, but he wasn't. So what happened at his funeral? Did they have one? Did they bury somebody else? Why is this body here? He wasn't exhumed. If he was in the ground for this long, he couldn't have been exhumed without the body falling into a state of decay. He was put on ice almost immediately after he was killed. So, that answers the bonus you get off that insight check. Now, your question was, how did he get the body here?
Yeah, like how do you get in and do this?
Even on a natural 20, it's not immediately apparent, which scares you all the more. He got into Obscura's apartment without even having to pick the lock. It looked like he literally walked through the wall. And here, no locks are picked, no windows are broken, there are no trapdoors, there are no back entrances, there are no secrets that this building holds that your intense survey of this place would not have found. Which leaves you at a complete fucking loss. There is something else you're not seeing. But that tells you a very important question that you've asked. Unfortunately, this crime scene, as I've laid out, does not have the answer to that question anywhere you can find it. There is another piece to the puzzle that is simply not present here. How does he do
Okay.
it? So,
You had to get a body in this building without being,
and that's the question that
without doing that.
everyone who's ever looked into the Skinner dossier has wondered. How the fuck does he get it there without ever being seen? It's more than an invisibility spell. It's more than going ethereal. It's because you can't go ethereal and hold something. You can't carry a body and go ethereal. The body would fall to the floor through your arms right on the spot. It simply doesn't work that way. So how the fuck does he do it? There's just something missing. So, a great question asked. Chrysanthemum, I saw you kind of do one of these numbers. Did you have a question off that?
Is there any evidence that we can see that he would have, instead of coming in from the bottom, come from the top?
It is a
Like,
it is a good extrapolation. I would have disclosed that on a nat 20. You're looking up at the building. There are no skylights. There's no like broken shingles. There's not a chimney. He didn't come down like Santa Claus. There is it simply looks impossible. Like this building would have been locked. To pick a lock is to break it in a number of ways. Like it would be evident that somebody jimmied this thing open. But there's just a flat wall. Something's missing that you can't see.
Hmm.
But an important piece. It is just as important. I look around and I see faces that are looking a little disheartened and confused. So I want to give you guys something here. It is just as important to know what pieces are there, just as much as what is not. So to look and see the absence of something and say that's valuable intel. It is because it means you know what to look for next time. That if this is here next time, that's meaningful intel. So it's just as important what is here as what isn't.
Okay. Hmm.
I want to direct your attention towards something we have not had the time to investigate, which are the stitches, the stitch work.
I was, do they,
That's also what pointed me towards
you,
the mortician thing.
you said they looked like they were neat and
Fine work,
skilled.
very fine work. Yes.
Um, would it, would I be able to tell if it looked like a surgeon's skill or a seamstress's skill?
Make an investigation check and do so with advantage. This taps into visual calculus.
Investigation?
Yes.
26.
26. These
It's actually a nat 20 plus my
a
6.
nat 20. Okay. So fuck what I was about to say.
Fuck that one,
Fuck
really.
fuck it really. Seamstress? No. Mortician? No. Morticians don't fucking stitch anybody up together with any sort of tact. It is a dead body. I don't have to piece you back together in a way that fucking matters. If he was a mortician, it would have been a hack job. If he was a seamstress, it would have been flowery. There would have been something else to it. It would have been designed to be pulled, and it won't come apart. Surgeon, without a doubt, 100% certainty. This is the work of a surgeon. And not just that. These are knots that are practiced, that are tried and true, that can be pulled. And you think he was a battlefield surgeon, that he might have served in the Great Exterminata, where he learned those skills. You don't know for which side he fought for, whether he was coalition or whether he was the Exterminata, but you are 100% certain this is a combat surgeon. You think back on that memory. I gave. I paid. I gave and I gave and I gave, and nothing changed. Gave to whom? To the Empress, to her cronies, to the Order. And what do I have to show for it? Nothing. So you think he fought for the side of the coalition. And maybe that's why he's got such a bone to pick with the wealthy.
Interesting.
Very interesting. And this is a big breakthrough. As you come through on that, I don't think there's much more that can be gleaned here. You guys have kind of done a bang up job, so be proud of yourselves. You guys kind of have done a bang up job. Do you guys air any of this to Tealson?
Yes.
Absolutely yes. Yes, I'm seeing
Yeah,
some
and I'm
nods.
hoping
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
things that we've kind of chatted and dug up that I'm gonna walk out and be able to let Tealson know like what we've kind of parsed as well, that maybe I'll get back in his good graces a little bit.
As you stand
Maybe not.
there and orate, make me a performance check and do so with advantage.
Performance?
Yeah, if you please.
Oh Lord. Chris ain't no performer.
I know. The DC is
Oh,
not very
15.
high. I'll tell. 15. You fucking smack it out of the ballpark. Well done. You see as Tealson is squatting on the floor next to this body, smoking his third cigarette in the past 30 minutes. You see his eyes light up as he is reminded what an excellent fucking detective you really are. Like when you are capable of having a drink and stealing your nerves and really hitting a problem head on, this is where you shine. And you feel Tealson kind of nodding along with your story as you tell him exactly why you think what you think, and Obscura pipes in, and Thorn can pipe in with his little vision if he likes, and Lucius can pipe in with what he learned or what he saw was missing, and the five of you do come together to arrive at a reasonable consensus. And you have built that rapport back up. I'll say you recovered what you lost. You gained no more rapport with Tealson, but you have recovered what you lost. He just kind of looks at your excellent police work and goes, "Oh, that's why we keep you around. Like you may be a loose cannon and you don't quite follow the rules the way I would like, but at the end of the day, you get it done better than anybody else could."
That's fair.
So Tealson is reminded why we keep you on staff. The post-mortem is drawn to a close, and there is no more that can be learned here. I will say I'm going to roll a d4 and determine how many hours you guys have been here. That is a 4. So you guys have been here 4 hours, and the body is starting to decompose. You know that bodies, once they're taken off ice after an extended period, decompose rather rapidly. And at about hour 2, it starts to reek in here. And Tealson says, "All right, no more we can learn. Let's bag him up and send him to Central. We can get him toe tagged. Simon Kane. All right, I guess we have to exhume the remains and figure out what's sitting there in his grave now. Excellent work, Marshal. I'll be out putting in a good word for you."
I appreciate it.
All right. I am heading back to the barracks to get some sleep. It's been an insanely long night after your kerfuffle and mine, sir. And I hope that there will be no more disturbances until I've at least gotten 6 hours.
You look like shit.
Thanks. Keep your head down, Marshal. And he turns and walks out of the building. You guys are free to move about. You have made a breakthrough on the Skinner case. Every one of you may add a D8 inspiration to your character sheets.
Ooh. How do you do that?
If you already have an inspiration because of heroic, you just have to kind of keep track of it. That inspiration lasts for 8 hours.
So add a 1d8 inspiration
1d8
or a 1d8
inspiration.
inspiration.
Yep. And you can use that to add to a check to kind of push it over the line. If you roll like a 14 and it's not quite high enough, you can add that inspiration and bump it up.
And it's for 12 hours? 1d8.
Lasts for 12 hours, yeah, I'll say. I'm not sure if that's what I said, but yeah, 12 sounds good. Let's do that.
Sure.
Just trying to make sure.
Okay, you guys are
So
free and
we're
clear.
in the early afternoon right now.
Let's think. So I would say you got there at 10. It's probably 2 p.m. Yeah,
Sure.
early afternoon. You guys could go to the Mazework Manor, settle whatever business you have there, if any, and then head to, or then have Vendrick find Lucius for their 7 p.m. meet.
Well, we've
And
I
got.
think if
do we have any intention of letting Lucius go to a 7 p.m. meeting alone?
That's up to you to decide.
Ooh.
Or did he even tell us that he had a meeting?
He did. I believe he informed you as soon as he came in with
yeah.
the sending stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just know he has a meeting at 7. I don't know if we know any of the other.
No, he outlined it was the Clay Man.
Were we told that he was told to meet alone?
I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
truly don't
said, I
remember.
was like,
But if Lucius said I
Yeah,
tell them
yeah.
everything, I will say he told
Sure.
you everything.
yeah.
I don't want to work off of things I shouldn't know.
Yeah. Good. Hey, good instincts.
So we've got
No
5 hours.
man-
So that publishing house,
Yes.
the one for the
Maynard
record,
Magnuson.
is that any sort of nearby?
It is up at the Cog District. So Cog District is broken into 3 platforms that go upward. The very top of it is solely reserved for the Mazework Manor. It's that big. It is a third of the Cog District. Now, on the second level is where Maynard Magnuson's publishing house is, along with a great deal of other higher grade factories. So, like, it won't be the run of the mill shit that they're making in Smokehouse Row, but it will be a higher grade, like delicate machinery, like guns and shit, as opposed to just girders. That's going to be on the second tier, and then the third tier is like residential, so where Obscura lives.
Right.
So Maynard would be on the second level.
I
Mazework Manor would be
So where are
on the
we
third.
going? Magnuson Records?
That's up to you guys to decide. Are we going to Magnuson?
well, this one
I
kind
would
of
I would love to
motioning
meet him.
Thorn. Yeah, it seems to be quite interested in the goings on over there. So I'd say good of a lead as any for our next.
I mean, maybe he can tell us what this says too, as I'm, I mean, referencing the shard that Chris has.
Right. The name of
song.
the record, the name of the song.
The Skinner seems quite fond of this song.
Okay, you guys.
I don't like it so much.
You guys head up to the second level of the Cog District. All of you present your cards, and I think you guys can kind of usher Thorn in behind you, even though he doesn't have one. Thorn, you see blocking off the Cog District are laborer strikes that are holding signs that say 16 hours will kill us, workers' rights for all, and these are South Street Union represented workers that have quit their jobs or are on strike and have been replaced by scabs. And there are blockades here that are using catch poles, so big automated non-lethal crab sort of looking things that are mainly meant to skewer people and put them in the chassis. So they're non-lethal or less than lethal. And you see a lot of RAM exosuits here, as it looks like security has doubled up in the time from yesterday evening to today. But you guys move through the barricade into the Cog District and head up to the second level, and you see a large building in front of you. It is 3 stories in height that says Magnuson Records. It's about, I'd say, probably 120 feet wide by 100 feet deep and 3 stories tall. So in relation to other buildings in Lufthaven, it is actually quite big. And you are able to walk inside if you like.
Before we get too far, can we take a bio break?
We can absolutely take a bio break. Let's stop and take a 5, guys. Great job. So what do you think, Nick? Turned out pretty good.
Yeah. I'm having a really great time with this.
Well, I'm really glad to
I
hear that, man.
Yeah, yeah. There's more that needs to happen, right? Like there are catalyzing events that need to occur. I don't know exactly what they're going to be, but I know in some regard either we are going to do it or it is going to be enacted upon us. But I'm excited to see what that is. Or maybe nothing happened. I don't know.
You're on
Talking about.
you're on a track.
I'm on all the tracks.
Yeah,
Either we're gonna do it or it's gonna be done to us. Is that what I'm hearing?
that's
Two
it.
track shifting.
Fucking Tokyo drifting. Deja vu.
Yeah.
Oh god, that just took me back, bro. Fuck.
Initial D.
Hold on.
I miss
Some
initial
Eurobeat.
D, brother.
You know, I just got the car that's supposed to be the spiritual successor to the A86.
So does
I
it have the
just,
pop-up headlights and shit?
No, those are illegal to manufacture now.
No shit, really? The peekaboos? Why?
Yeah, that's why they stopped in the late 90s.
Why
Yeah,
are they
just
illegal?
government
That doesn't make any
regulation.
sense.
Like they can't they can be on the road, but you can't sell like production like vehicles, like production line vehicles that have them
That's
just
so
due to the
stupid.
mechanical
They
failures.
get rid of everything that's cool.
Yeah.
Fuck the
I
government,
love
brother.
pop-up headlights.
Yeah, I like
the cafe
peekaboos.
standards.
They look tight. They look
Well,
slick.
see, on a lot of the Corvettes and stuff, like especially the older ones or anything that had pop-up headlights, they mechanically failed so often that people would drive without headlights because like they don't go down
Oh,
and
they won't pop
they
up.
didn't bother manually
Yeah.
putting them up, and it caused people to not live anymore, unfortunately.
There's a rule for every
Yeah.
reason.
My dad's
Yeah.
car has ones that open both, like,
Yeah, they have like an aperture.
Oh,
They're really cool.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. That sounds like it's a huge mechanical point of failure.
yeah, I
Well,
can't tell you how
he's
many
been
times
working
he
on it for
replaced the
fucking
headlight
40
motors.
years.
Oh wow.
It's a 65 Buick Riviera.
Riviera.
That's
He
awesome.
would,
The only
he
make of
bought
any
the
car that I
headlight.
know or care to know, because that car is fucking gorgeous, but I would not
It's
want to have it
awesome.
be my project car, because I don't know shit about
Mm-mm.
cars. I go to mechanics for a reason.
Yeah.
Nope. And he replaced those headlight motors so often it became a running joke.
I'd rather never have to deal with a carburetor ever in my entire life.
He
I do
replaced the
not.
carburetor while I was around. I saw it actually put in. It was really cool.
He
Yeah.
replaced half of that car.
Yeah. Alrighty, we all back and ready to party?
Yes.
We are back.
Cool. We're so
Yeah.
fucking back. So you guys are standing out front of Magnuson Records. Anything we want to do before we go in?
Does it
Chris
immediately
is-
seem like there are people in it?
Yeah, there are
Like,
people who work here.
Are there people working?
Hmm?
Yeah, they're in and out, coming off lunch. Like it's just
I
like
don't know
standard
about,
stuff
I don't
going
know
on.
about in and out, but through the blinds you can definitely see that there's quite a bit of hustle and bustle. This is a pretty busy production house. This is one of the most premier ones in Eain. That if people make music and want to get vinyl discs printed off, this is where they go to get those labels approved. So they're probably getting requests in from all over the continent, and truly from places external to Eain. Like they deal with a lot of foreign records that are coming in from Wild Mount, Taldore, from Iron Grove, from Nemesis, places like those. Um, they're taking shit from all over because Eain is a very technological manufacturer. They're kind of the cutting edge on the planet. Um, and so they're taking in a lot of stuff for production. But yes, you see a lot of busybodies in here.
Would we be walking into like a? Do they have like a receptionist and like
They have a
kind of
lobby, a waiting
like
room.
a lobby? Okay. Just making sure we're not like walking on the production line and be like, hey, where's the guy?
Yeah, no, production line would probably be upstairs. That would
Sure.
probably be where their version of a bullpen would be, but they don't actually make the records here.
Mm.
They don't press the records here.
So these are just the music producers. It's not the factory.
Correct. They have a recording studio upstairs, but they don't actually press the records here. They'll make the not the prototypes, but the originals. They'll make like the photo negatives of a vinyl that you can copy and manufacture off of. Um, but no, they don't actually produce the records by and large here. Okay. Any other questions
So
before we go in?
just really quick,
Uh huh.
this long haul collective thing, does it give you an ID, some kind of identification, or
Yes. There's an ID number associated with you.
all right,
The
is it
long haul works
is
largely off paper, so you
okay?
wouldn't be able to like. You would have to send off some correspondence to get your ID verified, which would take a bit. But you're a long hauler; they're used to trips taking a while, so it doesn't really matter too much for them.
Okay. But I do have like something with my number and
Mm-hmm. You have an ID number. I would
okay.
say it's on whatever badge
All
they
right.
gave you. Yeah, whatever lapel pin they gave you. Typically, they're about
That's yeah,
typically
that's
they're
what
about
I'm
no
asking.
bigger than like a silver dollar, and it's a pin you put on.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna have that in one pocket and my Marshall badge in the other pocket, just so that they're not like out and shining, but so that I could get whichever I feel like is gonna help me the most.
And going forward, since you are a marshal, you're always considered to be working undercover unless otherwise
Hmm.
stated. Unless you tell
Okay.
me I have my badge out and ready to show them, I'm going to assume it's in your pocket hidden away.
Okay.
Okay. So, you guys walk into Magnuson Records. You see a beautiful high elven woman, which is rare in Eain. High elves are immortal in my setting and do not die of old age. So it is unclear how old this woman is, but she looks to be about 30. She is sitting behind a desk and she is working on a typewriter. She is wearing a sort of red velveteen pinstripe suit, sort of pantsuit almost, and has long black hair that's tied up in this very high tight pony. And she's working on a typewriter as a couple other people are coming by and asking questions of her. She answers them and they move back into the side offices. There are four doors, two on each side, and there is one door in the back. And this woman is just click clacking away.
Um,
She
I
has
guess.
she simply does
Sorry.
not care that you're here.
I guess Thorn will go up and ask if there's any way. Uh, hey, is is there any way we could just have a little sit down with Mr. Magnuson? I'm gonna look back at them and be like, I don't know, man.
That's all
I
I
don't
got.
know.
She looks up and says, "Oh my God, you're serious?"
Y- yes.
Sir, Major Magnuson has been dead for 20 years. So unless you can speak with the dead,
Um.
I'm afraid I'm unable to help you.
Hmm.
Well, dude.
I'm gonna look back at them and just kind of get close and be like, I don't think he is. He's definitely somewhere here, but I don't know if he's here.
Um, well, maybe a good start would be knowing who sits in his current position, because we don't know anything about the hierarchy of company, who owns it, or It still, carries his namesake. Hey, and I like
Yes? Are you also looking for a
who?
dead man?
Well,
Yes.
Well, I have the same news for you. Mr. Magnuson, and she looks at all of you, has been dead for 20 years. I'm afraid that unless you are able to speak with the dead, there are no questions Mr. Maynard Magnuson is capable of answering you.
Right. Who took his job
His
when he
daughter,
passed?
Maybelle Magnuson.
Right. And how about a and how about a meeting with her?
A meeting with Miss Maybelle Magnuson. Her nearest available opening, she opens up a desk calendar,
Oh
is
god.
on the 26th of Ice, which is many months away, which is more than 8 months
Yeah,
away.
I had a feeling.
Would you like me
well,
to pencil you in, Mr. Mask?
Mr. Matt. Oh, I should take that one. That should be my name. Um, you know what? Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead and go ahead and put me down for the 26th of Ice.
Very well, and what is your name?
Put me down as Mr. Mask.
I'm not going to do that.
Why would you use a name that you're not?
Sir, I am 758 years old. I have sat at this desk
damn.
for 300 of them, in one form or another. I am very good at what I do, and I do not suffer fools. If you would do me the kindness of sparing me your theatrics and get to the point. What is your name?
Put it under Chrysanthemum.
An odd name, but certainly.
Chrysanthemum.
Mr.
I don't know your last
Chrysanthemum.
name.
And
Cox.
what is your last name, Chrysanthemum?
Cox. Cox.
She had clearly thought that Obscura's name was Chrysanthemum, and as you
Right.
say it, she goes, very well, and are you, I hate to say, siblings?
Very close friends.
Very close friends. Very well, and what is the nature of your meeting with Miss Magnuson?
Hmm.
Just some questions.
I mean,
Some questions. We have a questions and answer center upstairs.
maybe we should
I
try
thought that
it
was
out.
you.
I am not. I am the receptionist. I answer questions. And I will direct you on where to go in the building. If you had informed me that you wish to ask questions to a living person, I would have instructed you to go upstairs and do exactly that. But unfortunately, the very first words out of your mouth were the request to speak to a dead man.
Not dead.
Dead man.
A dead man. I
Dead man.
apologize. Um, pardon my ignorance. So this is on me.
You see her demeanor soften a little bit. Well, thank you. I apologize that we got off on the wrong foot. So would you like me to pencil this appointment in or not? Or shall I guide you upstairs to the question and answer center?
Pencil the appointment under questions of ease ease of manufacturing and increases of productivity. I have a proposal.
Increases of productivity with a proposal. Very well. And what is the nature of your proposal? Are you a factory proprietor of any kind?
An enterprising one.
Enterprising manufacturer. She underlines manufacturer twice. Make a deception check.
Absolutely.
Enterprise.
That is a 14.
14. She's a little suspicious of that. This is a person who's been around the block a time or 48, and kind of knows that you're spinning her a yarn, but writes it down anyway because that's what she gets paid to do.
Sure.
And says, very well, your appointment can either be 9 in the a.m. or 8 in the p.m. Your choice.
9 in the a.m., please.
Very well, 9 a.m. Follow me. Puts the she's writing very old school with this like feather, quill, and actual ink. Most people that you'll see now will be writing in ballpoint pens, but she is very, very old school. Sets it in, stands up, and is fully 7 feet tall. An enormous woman that you had not expected to be this large. And walks very gracefully to one of the side rooms, pushes open a door, and leads you up a stairwell. This building does not have an elevator, and takes you up to the second floor, where you see a little bit more chaos. People have LDN machines that are small and compact and in their desks that attach up to wires that go to the ceiling, that go along the ceiling, that go out of the wall through a little port onto the communication lines that are going elsewhere to Eain, and they are writing out and receiving LDN messages at a very fast frequency. She walks upstairs and puts you into a little glass windowed room that has like the partitions on the bottom of wood, but the glass, frosted glass up top. And you see a little gold lettering that says Question and Answer Center for Magnuson Records. She opens the door and says, "Right in this way. Miss Sheelip will see you soon." You guys enter
Okay.
and sit down. It's not much longer for an elderly turtle woman walks in. She is tall and broad and slow, and has a long sort of gray hair and a little cardigan, and sits down in her chair and says, "Good afternoon. My name is Carmilla Shelob. What can I help you with?"
So you have the whole record. I have just a part of the label.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll dig into my backpack and have like this wax paper like sleeve. I put it in, slide it out, and say hello. Um, looking rather
Hello.
lovely today. Yes.
Thank you.
I need more information on this record. I cannot seem to read it and do not know its origin and I feel like it is important for me to know these things.
Are you a musician?
Of many varieties, yes.
Very well. I'll see the record.
I'll hand it over.
She takes it. Oh, yes. This is one of the late Mr. Maynard's prized collections. These are songs he wrote and produced himself. The man you hear on the recording is the late Maynard Magnuson. I'm afraid that in his aged state, his delirium grew so advanced that we were unable to accurately transcribe the names of his pieces, and in so doing, recorded them as he had written them. I am afraid that the name you see written here, she hands it back, is nonsense. Make an investigation check, anyone.
That is a natural 20.
A natural 20. Not that she's lying. This shit don't add up. This is clearly a language. There's clearly a script. It is identical to both the fractured record and the whole one. This is intentional text that was transcribed as people believed it to be gibberish. It might be a language that only Maynard Magnuson knew or knows. On a nat 20, you think that this is a language that no one on the face of Eain except Maynard Magnuson can read. I believe the title of the piece, insofar as pricing goes, was Run, Rabbit, Run. Huh, that's funny. Rabbit. Huh.
So
Situational irony. Yes.
Yes. Huh.
um, Obscura is unsettled by this person.
Deeply or just a little?
No, superficially, but that's still like I just left from Entrail
Hmm.
Physics Machine, so
And they're talking to the
this is
slowest question and answer center in history.
yeah.
She sees that you're a little unnerved and gestures to a glass bowl of candies at the corner of her desk. Would you like a caramel?
Yes. I unwrap it and like lift my mouth.
It's good. It's a grandma candy.
Yeah.
Grandma candy.
Delicious.
Please take as
So
many as you like.
I'm gonna take like a fistful and stick them in
She
my
seems completely
pocket.
unfazed by this.
Um, so is this a valuable record? Seeing as it is of
Well, valuable depends on the collector. There are some who prize the entire complete collection as being somewhat valuable, but the record insofar as itself would not be directly considered valuable. No, I believe retail price would be 19 gold and 9 silver.
still.
So
I'm
the
sorry, I
other,
just realized it was 19.
1999. Yeah.
Yeah. um. Okay.
so
Oh my god.
by K-Tab, the not the song, not the other songs on the record are the collection, but there are more albums in this series.
So vinyl discs in this world contain one song. They
Okay,
are not as big as what you're envisioning. They're actually a little smaller. Um,
just a 45.
exactly, it holds one song. Even the
One
backside is
second.
blank. They're only meant to hold one song. So having the complete collection would mean that you have all of Maynard Magnuson's um, songs that he has produced and performed and created himself. Um, but this is interesting.
How many other songs are there in the
There
collection?
were 13 in his original collection. But it's
And it,
interesting you say that. I
uh-oh.
believe that only 9 made it to production. I would have to consult our records department. If you are okay waiting a bit, I can get that information to you in short order.
Less than like 3 hours, do you think? You think you could make
Well,
that work for
let's
us?
not be ambitious.
Perhaps
I'm
perhaps
trying to
could
keep it
we
together. Ah!
perhaps could you send the results of your query to this address here and or to an address and I can give you my address and we resolve it later down the line.
Certainly. How would you like that? In an LDN message? Do you have a transponder, or would you prefer paper correspondence?
Looking over at like Chrysanthemum, you have an
I mean,
LDN.
I have an LDN number, but where would I go to receive
You have a
something?
hailing signal, which is different. It means that you
Okay.
can be hailed, um, and you can set a designated police precinct to receive that message, but you would have to go there and get it. And they would, because of their hailing signal, think of it like an extension. They would dial the
Hmm.
LDN number, and due to the extension, that number would automatically come with your name on it. Whatever message would have your name on it. Nobody else would read it or pry into it. They just put it aside for the next time you blew through.
Mm. So I suppose paper is the best way to go. We don't currently have.
Paper correspondence. Very well. Well, I will pen that in. Were there any other
Oh,
questions I could answer for you today?
I'll look over at Thorn specifically, since
I don't. Are you going to be writing it?
Yes?
We're not getting this for weeks, guys.
That's not funny.
it's
Come
a little funny.
on.
It's a
No,
little bit
it's
hard.
not funny. No, it's
I,
not funny.
it's it's not. I do. Is Maynard's residence? Is it currently still here? Is it in anyone's? Is his daughter living there now?
Yes, Maybelle
Hmm.
Magnuson lives there with her wife and two children.
Hmm. I feel like that's all you can answer for me.
That is correct. I can't divulge any further details regarding staff.
That's all
Well,
I got.
I think that'll do it for me as well. Anyone else have questions?
Well,
None.
thank you very much for stopping by the Question and Answer Center of Maynard Records. If there's anything I can do, please don't hesitate to call. And she pulls out an LDN transpondence number.
Excellent.
You have the
Sweet.
LDN number for Carmela Shelob.
Huh.
Shelob.
Shelob.
10 out of 10.
Whenever we have a free few hours, we give her a call.
Whenever you have a day to spare. Because
Yeah.
LDN
I was about
messages
to
are
say
already slow.
maybe give her 4 days and she'll have the information.
Perhaps.
Well,
We
thanks
should have
very
seen
much
back
for
in
stopping by.
And we leave, and
Yep.
I'll take some of the candies for Ray as we're leaving.
Yeah, as you
there's
walk
not
out,
Have them
a
in my
lot
satchel.
left.
as you
Like
walk out,
after
you
I took
turn
my
and
handful.
see truly 4 caramels left in the bowl. Reach out and just grab them all. She goes, ah, opens a drawer on the desk and very slowly takes out a big bag of Werther's Originals and is gonna slowly kind of dump more in. Okay, so you guys are done there. They only took 2 hours. Uh, you guys are truly done there at Maynard Records, and you can head
I
out to the
love her.
Mazework Manor if you like.
It's
Well,
4:30.
here's my thoughts here.
It's not. It
Maybe
honestly
we
took you
could look
guys about an
for.
hour. It's like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Maybe there's obituaries we can look through to see kind of like where he died, where he's buried. Maybe we can even go as far as
Yes.
exhuming the body of someone we're sure is
Yes.
alive and seeing what's going
Because
on.
I felt him. I'm
So
telling
you're
you guys, I felt him
positive,
here.
beyond any shadow of a doubt, that that man isn't dead, because we just had someone very much older than you and
I
I added together times 5. Um, that much older than us tell us that he's been dead for 20 years.
I know, but it just he's here,
You
and I know
guys,
he is.
everyone save Obscura has felt this feeling before. The feeling of knowing a bound and knowing that their life is integral. Thorn would not have felt this feeling if a person was dead. A bound cannot be dead. In fact, there are outward consequences if that is the case. So Maynard is alive. That is not the question at hand. The question at hand is why does everyone else think he is? And why do people not think it but know it so certainly that he's dead? And where the fuck is
And
he?
not only that, but Carmela was her name, right?
Carmela Shelob.
Yeah, she said something about dementia, which the front desk lady mentioned none of.
Well, you guys didn't really ask much about Maynard. You asked about
Of
who was
course.
running the show. you guys brought
Of
more up Maynard
course.
with Carmela. It was more about what you talked about with each person. One
Yeah,
person did not
100%. But I
try
feel
to
like,
hide or obfuscate information.
oh yeah, I feel like the dementia thing is definitely something that could be taken into fact. Like maybe they thought he was going crazy and he's really not in some fashion. Like we have to find something that tells us more.
So if he is believed to be dead by everyone but the four of us, would Tealson have a record? Would he be able to find, hey, where's this Maynard Magnuson buried?
Perhaps not Tealson, especially
Okay.
considering he's in the barracks asleep right now.
Oh,
Um,
that's true. We don't wake his ass up.
but the red letter, the newspaper of Eain, originally founded in the continent of Salafris, is here in Lufthaven. This is their main printing press is in Lufthaven. It's actually on the same level of the Cog district that this one is. So you can go over to the Red Letter and see if they have anything in their editorials or obituaries about the death of Maynard Magnuson.
Oh yeah, we could go
It,
look at the
I was about to
microfiche.
say
Mm-hmm.
it more than likely was a rather big thing,
A big to
given
do, yeah.
Magnus
Mhm.
Magnuson Records is obviously a big place, and if he was to be announced dead, it was probably be in the news.
Right.
Okay, you
We
guys
could
want to
look
go
at
to the Red
some
Letter?
packages. Sure.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, you guys head over to
We
the
still
Red
got
Letter.
time to spare.
It kind of looks like almost Daily Planet esque, except a lot shorter. But there is a big neon sign of a envelope on a kind of a canted envelope that's on one edge just over the door, so kind of cockeyed a little bit. A big red envelope with an exclamation point as the wax seal, keeping the envelope shut, and it says the Red Letter. And this is a neon sign that blazes all throughout the night and day. Um, Advertising this newspaper. And as we recall, over the table, this is the newspaper that Bonnabel read early on in the session of Paracelsus Saint Ivana. So these are keep up to date with recent events, and is a valuable resource for you guys if you want to know what the hell else is going on in the world. Um, you guys move through, and the receptionist is a very young, very pretty, like 19, not too bright halfling woman. She is sitting behind a desk and kind of looks swamped. There's a bunch of shit on her desk that is like the inbox and the outbox are worlds apart. There's a giant fucking stack in the inbox, and she is very, very overworked, and is kind of hurriedly writing and initialing a bunch of things.
All right. So we'll go and we'll tell her that we're kind of looking for information that, this
Looking for
Maynard
information, past or
Magnus,
present.
past, please.
Basement.
Oh, okay.
Records. Here's a pass,
Like
and just gives you her ID badge.
Oh,
All right, cool. Let's go to the basement, yo.
Yeah, you go to the basement, you get down in the elevator, and the elevator from the lobby only goes to the basement. You think there's another elevator in the building that accesses the upper floors, but this is like the we don't know who you are, but you can go to the basement if you want levels. You head down and speak with a woman who it looks like she has a bit more time on her hands. Um, she is a woman who is actually say this is a gentleman. Um, this is a shaven head gentleman who is dragonborn, a black dragonborn man wearing a little open um, dress shirt, loose tie. It's hot down here in the basement, so it looks like the AC isn't working. He has like a little desk fan that's kind of sputtering for its last legs, and he is uh, holding his head as he's kind of initialing a bunch of things, and once he's done with this thing, he turns back and reads to a book. The polar opposite of the woman upstairs. Outbox is completely full. Inbox has nothing in it at all. And he's just reading a book.
So we'll go and ask him the same thing. We're looking for information about what's his name? Maynard Magnuson. We
yeah.
understand he's been dead about 20 years, but we'd like to find some history and
Yeah, give or
like
take.
where he was
Can
Where
I
was the funeral? Where was he buried?
can I
That
ask? He
kind of
takes
thing.
a pencil from his ear and puts it as a bookmark. Can I ask the nature of your inquiry? Are you doing this for any sort of work?
I'll just slide him my badge.
Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, happy
And
to assist.
okay.
He looks at the badge. Marshall, happy to assist. Um, just follow me back. And he gives a look over at Lucius, and kind of does just one of these, like that. Um, Lucius, you have realized in your few months in this time period, Dragonborn are really rare. Not just kind of rare. Like once in a blue moon, you will see a Dragonborn. Not a whole lot of them left. They were taken out real hot and heavy after the Great Exterminata. So just not a whole lot of them left. And he leads you back and opens some of the file cabinets with M on it and goes, no, not this one. Hold on. Yeah. Magnuson, right? You're looking for
Hmm.
obituary? Um,
Right.
any,
Maynard Magnus.
yeah, Maynard. Anything in particular you wanted to find?
Um, obituary where a
Mm-hmm.
funeral might have been held, where he may have been
Okay.
interred.
Yeah, this is his obituary. There wasn't any. We didn't have any news on his funeral. There were some more things that I guess took precedent. Big guy upstairs kind of wanted it to be done that way. If it bleeds, it leads, right? But this one down here is his obituary, and you see a modestly sized obituary. It's not like it's not a full page spread or anything, but it's not a footnote either. It says Maynard Magnuson died on a date that happened exactly 19 years ago, but close. And the uh, the details are that he had been delirious for a number of years, had produced untold numbers of records from across Eain, and brought into the forefront music following the shift. And he was believed to be one of the great people of the Renaissance. Of after there was so much desolation following the shift, he brought about an age of life and love and music, and he is the one that a lot of people say is responsible for people finding love again and finding the joy in music again. He will be sorely missed. He is survived by his daughter, Maybelle Magnuson, and by his wife, Loretta Magnuson.
Um, is this an entire paper that he's brought out, or is it just
It's
that
just
one
that
document?
page. There are a couple other obituaries on it, but they're not of any great importance. The only person you're looking for is Magnuson. So that's he just brought out a copy of that one page.
Okay. And can we find out what else happened historically around that time that would have taken precedence?
Make an investigation check if you please. I assume with your marshal badge, she'll just kind of give you run of the place. You can be helped by any number of people, or you all four can make investigation checks if you like.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
16.
Ooh, 10.
16, 10.
Yeah.
Obscura and Lucius, what'd you guys get on investigation?
Oh, I said 6. Sorry. I
6.
think I said it quietly.
I got a 14.
A 14. So Lucius and Chrysanthemum are kind of taking the front of this operation. Lucius, you're a big history buff. You know how to look for things that did happen. And in fact, a lot of this is really interesting to you. You've kind of been out of the loop in a big, big way for a lot of this time. So you're finding out things that have happened more recently. And I think on a 14, you kind of get distracted with stuff you missed. You pull up articles on the Great Exterminata and start reading about that. Um, but Chrysanthemum, you don't find any big ticket items around that time. There were no big mass murderers. It was kind of just a normal death, which is very, very surprising because you would figure that this would be something else had to have happened. It doesn't look that way.
Hmm.
It looks exceedingly normal.
Something that
So
stood out to me.
there was nothing big and huge that would have overshadowed this guy's death, and he seemed to be pretty big to start with.
Yeah. Yeah. But there are some articles on his funeral. They're printed after the event would have happened. Um, you see a
Okay.
lot of pictures of a full spread of, it looks like, hundreds of people in attendance. Um, a beautiful casket, lots of flowers, a picture of Maynard Magnuson hung up. He's a dwarven guy. Um, big stocky build with a big proud mustache and like a mullet. Like he's slicked back in the front, but long, long hair. Um, so sort of looks a little bit like hippy dippy almost. His clothes seem really colorful, even though the print itself is black and white. You see a lot of splash of color. Looks like he was a very colorful person. But there is a full picture, and as Thorn looks at it, you recognize that without having ever seen him before. You recognize that as the face of Maynard Magnuson.
And it doesn't say where he was buried.
It does say he was buried in Brighthold beside his. I would say he was buried in Brighthold alone because Loretta had not died yet.
So Loretta is dead.
Loretta is dead now, correct. If you did any sort of meaningful research on Loretta Magnuson, you would have uncovered that she died a few years following Maynard's death. What's interesting is his age. Magnuson died at 78, which for a dwarf is about middle of the road. Dwarves can live to be a 150 or so. Um, so he must have had some early onset dementia, if indeed he had any at all. Um, a lot of people say that he was taken from us too soon.
We are not in Brighthold.
No, we are in Left Haven.
Right, right. I'm saying like not exactly a readily checkable thing by us right now.
Yeah.
And not exactly, I feel like not exactly a lead, given the fact that I know he's here. I know he's in Left Haven.
Yes, you know beyond a shadow of a
Exactly.
doubt he's here in Left Haven. I'm going to turn my fan on, so if you guys hear any background noise, that's what that is. But it is hot as a motherfuck in my room right now.
You are good.
Sweating bullets, y'all. Okay, so that is what you found out about Maynard. I don't know if you guys can find out anything more, but if you have any interesting questions, now would be the time to ask them, because you have a resource available to you.
I think I'm good, personally. I don't know if anybody else has anything they'd like to ask.
Okay, seeing a lot of
Yeah,
head
I mean,
shakes.
No, I'm all good.
at the news
I'm all
place,
good.
I don't know where we'd find out like more again about his music or
And again, you
um,
have that contact number for Kamala Shellup. So if you send off messages regarding questions that you have about his private collection or what else was going on with his music making history, you can send that off to her and you will get a response back, despite how slow she talked, in a relatively timely manner. Okay, so we're all done here at the Red Letter. I'll say you guys spent another hour here, so the time is about 6 o'clock.
Why don't we get something to eat?
Yeah,
Maybe.
lunch would not be out of order. For sure. How's everyone looking hit points wise? I don't think we've been in any scuffles. Everybody should be at full, right?
No?
Yeah. So if you guys sit down for a lunch, you'll actually get temp HP because if you have a meal at full capacity, it will give you temp HP. So yeah, what kind of restaurant are you guys looking for?
I wanted to do something before we left the Red Letter.
Yeah, what's up?
Like before we left, I wanted to like just quickly whisper to like the Dragonborn guy there, like brother, our people will rise to glory once again.
He speaks
Have
in
faith
he speaks in
before I
Draconic.
leave.
He speaks in Draconic to you and says, "May the flying city rise once again."
And
Though that
I say-
feels intentionally pointed to Lucius, you have happened to meet a few Dragonborn along the way who all have the dream that Draconia will rise again. It is not specifically indicated to you. And in fact, were you to tell him who you were, odds are good he probably won't believe you. But all of them hold the dream that their great city of glory from ages past will rise again, and they'll get to be the cream of the crop once more.
Okie dokie.
Because
Okay.
Lucius does not look 1,100 years old.
No, he looks 110.
No,
He's old as fuck.
not a day over 100.
So you guys skedaddle out of here. What kind of restaurant are we looking for, folks?
I want somewhere with wine.
With wine.
Decent wine.
So that'll be a middling restaurant or a lavish restaurant, your choice.
How are the wallets of each of my lovely companions looking right
Lucius is pretty flush. I don't know about anybody. Lucius came into some money after his intel on Katsi Cleaver.
now? Yeah.
Well,
So you're buying lunch, my friend, yeah?
Where do I find
And gets
that?
down on knees with Ray
Inventory.
next to his side.
Oh,
Please.
No, never mind. I have 12 gold. So Lucius
rattling a
reminded
tin cup.
The king will bequeath his subjects with a feast. Post haste!
Post haste. So, are we going to a lavish restaurant? Are we going to a middling restaurant? Or are we going to a, lavish or mid-tier restaurant? Those are the only places that would serve wine.
I think
someplace
mid-tier is
sort of
fine.
out of the
Compared to
way.
lavish.
Okay, you guys head down to the third level of the Cog District. You see a bunch of kind of pub eateries, some more high-class establishments, white tablecloths set out. There are some little cafes that set out with verandas. You guys can pretty much just pick a nice spot to eat. What are we getting for the table? We have a bacon and egg plate, a meat and cheese omelet, blood hawk eggs, bacon stuffed bread basket, roast lamb and cheese, boar tenderloin, baked goose breast, grilled salmon, hunter's pie, blood hawk stir, crocodile tail, or roasted bullywug.
Ooh, roast lamb and cheese, absolutely.
Roast lamb and cheese.
Would pair
No
nicely with a red,
vegetarian?
yes.
Roast
No
lamb and
vegetarian
cheese.
flat?
There would be a vegetarian option.
Okay, good.
Okay. They
'Cause
bring
I
out a
don't think
lovely
this
house
is a-
salad. It's well made.
I don't think the rabbit is
Say
a
there was
meat
like a
eater.
boar or something.
Yes, there was roast boar.
Roast boar. I'll do the roast boar.
Okay.
And then the pies for me and Ray.
And for some pies. Okay, so that is 4, 4, 3, 3, 6, and 8 for 12. 14 rather.
14.
Is there a bottle of wine for the table?
Yes, what regions do you currently have available for me?
Well, we are currently serving a lovely blood wine, fresh from the moors of Carn, and we are serving in a lovely red from the Abbey of the Everyman in Wildmount.
Ooh, Abbey of the Everyman.
Fantastic. I will bring an
Please.
Abbey red. Will that be one bottle or two, sir?
Look around, looking for input from the table.
We'll start with one.
Very well. One bottle for the
And
table.
one.
I'll be back post haste. And she brings back an Abbey Red, which is 11 gold on top of the 14. So the total bill
gosh.
comes out
Golly,
to
expensive.
25 gold. Lucius, if you are picking up the tab, you can go ahead and subtract that. Because
Food
you
always
guys,
tastes better
Alright.
when it's bought for you.
because you guys have chosen a nice place to eat, we will do D6s instead of D4s. And we will recover. What is our proficiency bonus? Our level plus our proficiency bonus. So we'll do 3d6 plus 2. A good roll. 12 plus 2 is 14. Everyone gains 14 hit points. Chris, because you already had temporary hit points, you can... I'm not sure if the amount I gave you is less than 14.
Yeah, it was 10.
Then you can take the
so
14
I can
instead.
I can change that to 14.
Correct. Because temp hit points don't stack unless stated otherwise.
Right.
But yeah, you guys have a
That was
lovely
great.
lunch.
Yeah, that was outstanding. Is the wine good?
The wine is very good. It's a super, super sweet red. Abbey of the Everyman is a famous sort of Bacchanalia chateau, out in Wildmount. It is actually over the table where Wes is from. Wes was born and raised in the Abbey of the Everyman. And this is a character from the previous. This is Emmett's previous character from the previous
Yeah,
campaign.
yeah, yeah.
And so the Abbey of the Everyman is kind of this raucous bacchanalia, all vices served kind of place. So the Abbey Red is delicious and incredibly sweet. It's a very, very sweet red.
Outstanding.
High notes of like grape, citrus, and then at the very top over it is a faint chamomile. So it's kind of floral and fruity. Very good. Okay, so that is all.
That'll set
That is all
Chris
for
up
our
for
lunch. We're getting
next
close to 7 p.m. We have a little bit of prep time.
So do we hang out in an alley? Do we?
Vendrick said he would find Lucius as long as Lucius was alone. Doesn't mean unobserved. It means alone.
Here's what we do. I will set up an alarm, a small one in a small corner of wherever you will stay. And if you in any way feel threatened or are being attacked, walk over to that small area that I designate for you, and we will come to your rescue.
I mean, I don't have the feeling he'll attack me, but I like this idea because you never know
It's
with
never
people.
bad
People
to have a
can
backup
be,
plan. Shit.
yeah.
So where are you guys planning to have this meet? Do you want to pick somewhere relatively private? Like you could stay at the restaurant and just have a table with him where there's enough privacy you could have a conversation. Or you could go to like an open area like a park, or you could have the meeting in a fucking alleyway. Whatever you guys wanted to do, just give me a setting and I'll find a place for you.
I think public for sure. Probably like park,
Yeah.
so it can just be out in the open. Us two.
There's a pretty centralized park up on the second level of the Cog District. As soon as you kind of ascend the steps to the second level, it's right there in the middle. It's got a big fountain. There are some trees, such as they are. It doesn't look like the wildlife is doing any better here than the populace. The smog has kind of killed off a lot of flora and fauna alike. But as you go into this park, you feel open enough that someone could approach you and maybe sit on the bench with you. But there is enough space that somebody from a distance could watch this encounter.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I'm reading the verbiage of alarm. Oh, I thought I could alarm an object. Unfortunate.
I will say
area.
you can also alarm an object.
Okay.
That sounds tight.
I'll take a silver coin. I'll like silver's pretty soft, yeah?
It's one of a softer metals.
Like
Sure.
could I like by hand
Harder
like
than
bend
gold.
it?
You could bend it
To
I'll
designate
say.
that as
it's
the-
magic.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
magic. You could bend it for sure. It's
Well-
magic.
I'll bend it and I'll say, keep this in your pocket, and if you need us, slide your hand into the pocket, touch the coin, and we will be there.
Works for me. Certainly
Alright.
seems to satisfy alarm. So where are the three of you guys posted up? I'll say there's like a cafe nearby with a little glass window. You could be on the inside of the cafe at the bar seating looking out the window, or you could be in the park as well, a little bit closer, but able to jump in faster if things go south.
I'd say the cafe would be a little less conspicuous. Plus, we can enjoy a lovely espresso while we wait for.
Agreed
That's
all
a thing
around?
that they have.
Great.
Yeah.
You guys go
And
up
that
to...
would make it less likely that somebody could sneak up behind us
Mhm.
and surprise us.
You guys post
'Cause
up in
Chris
the
is-
cafe.
Paranoid.
And Chris is paranoid, so I'll say she takes the inner seat closest to the wall. That way she can keep an eye on the most of the rest of the restaurant. And you guys are in here, and I'll say order some lovely espresso. That would be a gold and a half for whoever wants to pay. So 1 gold, 5 silver, for whoever wants to pick up that tab. But 3 coffees, that's what that'll run you.
I got you. I'll cover it. I had lunch paid for me.
And you guys sit and watch. Lucius, you are in the park. Do you sit down on a bench or just kind of amble around?
I sit down on a bench.
Sit down on a bench. It's nice to take a load off. You've been walking around. Your old bones are tired. Your This plate mail.
Mhm.
It used to be easy to carry, and now it's getting tougher. Um, as you're sitting, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh Lord. 15.
15. You managed to stave off falling asleep. You're quite tired. Today was a lot of walking. Kind of took it out of you. Um,
Old man debuff.
Old man debuff. Yeah, you have the old man curse. Um, as you
Yeah.
are
Roll a
sitting,
D100.
roll a D100 to determine what bone you break. Um, as you are sitting on the bench, there is a man who walks up to you and sits down beside you. He is about 40-ish, early 40s, like salt and pepper beard, brown hair, but pretty unremarkable facial features. Like it's hard, like when you look away from him, it's hard to remember what he looked like. Um, but as you do look at him, and as he sits down beside you, you hear a tink as his backside rests in the chair. And you look at his hands, his exposed hands. He's wearing a long sleeve dress shirt that is buttoned up to here and is buttoned tightly with a tie, and like a little vest. But as you look at his face, as you look at his exposed hands, there is a shine to them. He almost looks as if he's made of porcelain. But as you look away, you can't quite remember what he looked like, if indeed he looked like anything at all. He's kind of a gray man. But you know you're looking at Vendrick, the clay man. He sits quietly and clasps his little glass hands together and waits for you to speak.
Nice to meet you, Vendrick.
And you? I don't believe I learned your name.
Lucius Vinsmoke.
A last name. It is a pleasure to meet you, Lucius. If indeed you feel comfortable with me using your first name. As he blinks, you hear tink, tink, tink with every blink. His whole body appears to be made of porcelain or some kind of brazed clay. I am who they seek, as I said, but there are many more like me. What do you know of Ophelia Stahl?
Nothing, just heard of her for the first time today, actually.
She is the Baroness of Lufthaven and runs the city. We were brought in from elsewhere. Not elsewhere as in another place, but elsewhere as a name. The city of Elsewhere. It is in the Underdark. Have you heard of this place?
Yes, I've heard of it.
I had thought so. It is old and storied, but suffice to say, my people were made, not born. Ophelia Stahl,
Made by who?
make a persuasion check. This is not. The figure looks uncomfortable by that question.
Nat 1.
Nat 1. Yeah, Nat 1.
Gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah, the figure bulldozes right past that question. You see their facial features kind of contort with pain at a memory, but they don't answer the question and move on. Elsewhere is an old ruin, a citadel, built by the Duragar, Dark Dwarves, and our people were made there. To serve a function, to serve as vessels, but the project was never seen through, and so we were cursed to wander. Some call us pawns. I find the title fitting. We are, as I said, a kingdom without a king. And when I saw you hanged by the neck, I felt, for the first time, pity. I just wanted you to know that.
Well, I guess I appreciate the sentiment. But those weird blue paint guys are out there looking for you too.
I know, the family of man. As I understand it, they hate anyone who is different. And we are different. Hollow. Not gifted with
Well,
souls or emotion or wants or desires. Anyway. And Vendrick kind of looks despondently down at the ground.
well, maybe you don't, but I do.
What is it like to want?
It's the thing that keeps me going every day.
Curious.
A goal.
I have had goals, but they were to be completed and discarded once finished. To want is separate from our design. A goal. Yes.
Mine's not so easily attainable at the moment, but every day I work towards that goal.
And what is that?
I'm afraid I haven't known you or know you well enough to tell you, Vendrick.
Very well. I understand. I would like to help you, if I may. Elsewhere
Help
was
me.
taken over by a lich, a white dragonborn, and she spoke of a fallen king, and rose a great many undead scaled ones to drive us out. I want you to know that she's looking for you. And if you need an army of your own, the pawns would stand behind you if you would give us back our home, where we can rest.
I know I'm aware of the Lich, and I'll probably have to have a nice talk with her about what's happened. And I'll see if I can do anything for your home. I can't make any guarantees at the moment. A lot of uncertainty, but I'll see. I'll see what I can do.
I understand that people of your kind have a tendency to shake on things. Would now be such a time?
No time like the present.
Do you give a firm handshake?
Um, knowing his porcelain skin, probably just like a little clasp, like maybe my claws kind of scratch along the porcelain a little bit, but like not trying to break him.
What you thought was porcelain is much, much harder. And because you don't give a firm handshake, the firm one he gives you hurts. You realize that Vendrick is quite strong. And though looks exceedingly fragile, is in fact likely not. Very well. If you need me... Well, I'm not certain how to get in contact with you, truth be told.
Well, how did you find me now? You said you'd find me for this meeting.
I followed you. I'm sorry. Please don't be upset with me.
Well, can't be mad at that. You didn't try and kill me, so that was good then.
Thank you. Well, I suppose this is where we part ways. Goodbye, Lucius.
Goodbye. Watch out for those family of man motherfuckers.
You too. And Vendrick turns and departs. As you guys...
Doesn't he still have the sending stone?
Vendrick was not carrying a sending stone, but Lucius does.
I thought he was the one that
He
talked
spoke
him
to you through
it.
the other end, but it didn't look like he had anything on him. He might have had
Oh.
it in his pocket, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that was for sure. As you three are sitting in the cafe, none of you actually have met this figure before, but there is a person who leans on the post besides whoever's sitting closest to the outside and enters all of your periphery. She is a pretty-looking elven girl, very pale skin, dazzled with freckles, and long, long red hair. She's wearing a little blouse and a corduroy skirt. This is Siobhan Asira over the table. This is one of the lead members of the Halbergs. And she leans in and says, "Well, hello there, dearies. How are ya?"
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, just peachy keen. And she's looking right at Chrysanthemum.
Oh God.
Oh shit! Why is everybody gotta look at me?
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. I just wanted to say, I remember you from the boat. You know, the boat.
On the boat?
I was there. Played out a little different the
Right.
second time, so don't worry. It's all horses for courses.
Oh, she knows both times.
You understand that Siobhan knows that there was a little swip swap, that you guys did in fact Groundhog Day.
Right.
I thought I might give you a little bit of a kickstart to help you along your way. You've been oh so helpful with my little trifles, and I figure I'd do just as well to help you along yours. So here, these are for you. And she sets down a small burlap bag in between whoever's sitting in the center and says, "Enjoy," pats you on the back, and as you all turn to look at the bag, look back, Siobhan is gone. And the items that I have sent to you in your DMs are now yours.
Awesome.
If we would like to
Oh,
announce
cool.
what the items look like, I can tell you.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been sent anything.
Thorn, you were not sent one. I can
That's what
get
I
one
thought.
for you, but you have not gotten
You're
one.
good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Obscura, what item did you get?
I received a ring. Do I just read this out? and
Just
kinda
the
give
name
a-
of it.
Yeah, I receive a ring made of steel called a ring of the last laugh.
Obscura pulls out a ring that has a brilliant red ruby in it that is glinting with interior heat. And on the inside of the embossment along the interior of the ring, there is an initial QM. And that is yours. Chrysanthemum, what did you get?
Chrysanthemum has the sash of many
The
colors.
sash of many colors. You pull out a rope sash that has 5 colored bags hanging from it that each have a thumb smear of paint along them. And there is a name emblazoned across one of the back of the bags that also is QM. And Lucius, what did you get?
The robe of singed
The
soul.
robe of singed soul. You pull out a
Mm.
long. You come back to the cafe, obviously, and you pull out a long robe that has one sleeve, and the other one is cut off right here. It billows behind you kind of dramatically, and it's very heavily burnt and patchwork together. And there is an initial on the inside of the coat that says QM as well.
QM.
And Shyvana's IRA is
Queen
gone.
of-
Unfortunately, there are no items in there for you, Thorn. It looks as if maybe she didn't even see you at all.
Poor Thorn,
Understandable.
story of his life.
I know.
Okay, so we have only one place left to go.
The manor.
Is that where we want to go?
Can I take some time
Well,
to attune?
Yes,
To
I'll say you guys can
my
take
item?
you guys can take the 10 minutes it takes to attune and attune to your items.
Will these be added to D&D Beyond?
Yes, I will
At
add them
some
to
point.
D&D Beyond at the conclusion of the session, and put them in your inventories
Okay.
for you.
And above the table, how much longer are we thinking of going? Because I do got to be up early tomorrow morning, and it's already like 10:30.
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
That's it. We're
That's
very
good for
very
me.
close to the end.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
As you guys are ascending to the very top of the cog district, there is a PA announcement over the entire city of Lufthaven. The work klaxons that are usually used to signal the end of the day have now been overtaken by someone, and you hear a male voice speaking.
Oh, it's the Skinner, I think.
Hello, Lufthaven.
Oh, God.
My name is Vladimir Draven. You have been less than helpful to my men and my women and my children. The clay man will be brought to me, or I will kill all of you. The city of Lufthaven is mine. You are mine. The killings start tomorrow at dawn, and I think we might start with a stone giant. After all, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Get to it, Lufthaven. Find me the clay man. And the message ends.
Is that the family of man?
Yes, Vladimir Draven is the spokesman for the family of man.
I remember that.
You guys make it to the Mazework Manor, and all of the other buildings that you have ever gone to in Lufthaven have had somebody outside to check who the fuck you are. Not here. Not in the one place you'd be certain there would be guards. The door is open. You walk into a small reception area, and there is an audiograph with a card in it and just waiting to be activated. The room is no bigger than 5 by 5. The mansion from the outside is humongous.
I'll press a button. Boop.
Press the button. The floor drops out from under you. You slide down and are now deep in the basement as you hear an audiograph play through the house. Welcome to the Mazework Manor. My name is Ophelia Stahl, and you have chosen the path of pain. If you wish to find me, you will do so only through your own determination. Ascend, and mind yourself, the gears are quite nasty. And as you land on the platform, you see a swirling cacophony of walls, floors, furniture, and decoration as the room assembles itself in front of you. This is an intensely complex piece of clockwork machinery, as before you assembles a welcome room with a tall overhead lighting fixture, 2 stories kind of in the central foyer that you can see both stories, and in the center, an automated piano that is playing a lovely little aria. And from the side, shook, shook, a bottle of wine and 4 cups. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Ooh.
Sorry, I pressed the button, guys.
I was gonna
Like,
have
was
rage
that
it
room
if you didn't.
just 4 walls
Yes,
and the button?
yes, 4 walls and the button.
Okay, so no matter what, we have to push the button. It's
I was,
Is
yeah,
this
Ray
the
was gonna do
dungeons
it if you
part of
didn't.
Dungeons and Dragons?
This is the
Oh my
dungeons
God.
part of Dungeons and Dragons, the Maze Work Manor.
oh my gosh, we're actually playing Dungeons in Dungeons and Dragons.
A legit escape room.
Get ready for a long one next time, because we're going to do a straight up fucking dungeon crawl.
Yeah, I love dungeon crawls.
Fuck yeah!
Maybe we start on time next time.
Well,
Yeah.
that's my bad. That's my bad.
Hey, I was
It's a
late
lot of different
from the
factors.
outset. Okay.
A lot of different factors. My bad, guys.
A lot of factors. No
Ooh,
one
this
person's
is so
fault.
exciting.
Alrighty, let's all
But
come
I'm
down a
looking
little
forward.
bit and start the talk back. What did we think? We all had a good time?
Great. I did want to just say, like, the conversation I had with Vendrick, personal. I didn't mention a lick of it to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it went
figured.
good.
Okay, yeah.
That went pretty well.
Very personal.
Yeah.
That guy with the entrails, that was pretty freaking grisly.
That was pretty cool,
gross.
huh?
It was
You
pretty
were
awesome.
describing,
I was like,
you were
Give me the
describing
icky, icky
down
yous.
area of like all the blood and stuff, and all I could think of, I don't know if you've seen Dexter, was the
Have I
the
seen
hotel,
Dexter? Are you shitting me?
the
ice truck
hotel
killer.
scene that
Oh.
yeah, the ice truck killer. where he
Oh,
passes out.
yes.
That-
That was not an inspiration for this, but I do see the parallel.
That's all I could think of when you were like, it's not just one person's blood. He just took
Way more blood
multi-
than one person has. Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah,
was
interacting with
good.
bureaucracy is kind of funny, right? Like, there's just lots of like, well, do you have permission? Please
Mhm.
go to my supervisor. Then the supervisor sends you to a different establishment with slightly different responsibilities, in
Yeah.
which you need to get further permission for. Yeah, super. It's interesting to see in a setting like this, like that and magic existing in the same part. I
Mhm.
think has
Is
such
nuts.
funny
Yeah.
contrast.
Yeah. That in the same world where I have an infinite bag that I could put fucking anything I want into, also has.
I also have to wait for the elevator.
You also have to wait for the elevator and wait for the slowest receptionist on Earth to do her fucking job
and then take all our Werthers.
and eat all her Werthers, steal every fucking one. Well, I'm happy you guys liked the Skinner tableau. That was fun.
Yeah.
It was
and,
fun.
And James, great job. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Welcome to the table, buddy. Happy to
Welcome,
have you.
James.
James is
Good to
great.
you.
We've played a lot of tabletop games together. That's my man.
Seems like it'll be a fun character to interact with.
I'm just gonna be socially awkward for a while.
Yeah, I think so. And a lot of great detective work on the Maynard stuff. You guys kind of immediately latched onto that as a point of intrigue. I was impressed. I kind of expected that to be
And I was like-
all right, we'll put that on the back burner and get to that when we get to
Mhm.
that.
But then we really dug our teeth
Yeah,
into it,
got
trying to
into
figure it
That was
out.
great. I love that.
Like, you said, like, all 4 of your nativities, and I was like, how does my nativity fit into this? And I was thinking about that for so long. Like,
well, power
how do I use my
structure
nativity in
is
this?
vital in this world. Who runs what and why? Like to know whose turf you're stepping into and why that's important is vital. And now you know that the South Street Union is implicated in this as well, at least tangentially.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, when you say this, do you mean like the Skinners,
Yes,
or with the
because
Skinners specifically,
Simon
because it was a
Kane-
South Street Union member that had killed him. Yeah,
because Simon Kane exactly was killed as a South Street Union hit. And to do more investigation on Simon Kane, I think would bring up some interesting results as well. Something to consider for
Absolutely.
next time. Once, of course, you get out
Yeah.
of the path of pain.
You taken after her.
The path of pain, yes.
The path of pain. I
I'm
mean,
just a little bunny.
we know.
it definitely gives the same kind of vibes as like. I don't know if you guys have ever played Tomb of Annihilation, but like
No, I have.
it's a
I've heard of
yeah,
it. I know what
it's
it's
a
about,
module,
but I've never
Yeah.
actually ran through it.
and like unsurprisingly, there is a tomb of annihilation, right? Like, like you spend like it's supposed to be there's like kind of intrigue and you're like finding stuff out, but at the end of the day, like you're playing Tomb of Annihilation, so it's like you find a tomb, and you look at your DM and it's like of annihilation.
Will it
It's, like, really,
annihilate
like-
me? Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of the same vibe where it's like the path of pain. Like, will this hurt?
well, yes, a little.
I think it might.
Yeah, the levels: Dungeon of Deception, Vault of Reflection, Chambers of Horror. It's like,
What
And
will I encounter
It's like
here?
you're looking at the menu of which horrible entree to pick, and you're like, Tomb of Annihilation, Vault of Reflection, Room of Drowning. Ugh. Will I take the apples or the bees?
The Iron Maiden etouffee, please.
Ooh, ummy. Etouffee is wild. Well, thank you guys for all coming in. I hope I put on a good show for you guys tonight.
Always have a blast.
Thanks, man.
always.
So glad to hear it. I'm gonna try and look for when our next session can be. Nursing school is kicking my ass.
Hey, make sure you're taking the time you need.
You're a trooper.
I got no choice. You know, the only way out is through. This 2-class thing is tripping me up because I have to be in both a mother baby shell and a med-surg shell, and they both have 2 things apiece. So I look on my course shell and it's like this. And I'm like, I don't fucking know which thing is which. So to find anything, I have to scroll through all 4 course shells and be like, what the fuck am I looking for and where is it? I wish they would have like just one thing that you could scroll through and find all of them. But no, because that would make sense.
That'd be far too easy. Yeah.
That would cost money to code that, and we don't have money because you don't pay us enough.
This is teaching you lateral thinking.
I'm gonna laterally think my foot up somebody's ass here in a minute.
Volunteer!
Just saying, as a nurse, that's the way nurses
I know
have
how to
think.
laterally think. Otherwise, I wouldn't have fucking passed my exams. I know how to laterally think. I can think laterally, horizontally, fucking vertically, diagonally. I can think any
And now
fucking
you have
which
to
way.
think wovenly in all the course shells.
Now I can think in the fucking.
You got
Now I
this,
have to
boy.
think in the 6th dimension in order to fucking find out where my exam notes have been posted.
Yes,
Well,
you got it.
these are my personal problems.
All right.
I'm not dumping any of this on you guys.
All right. Love you, kids.
Well,
Love
thank you
guys
so
too.
much. Have a wonderful night,
Mwah.
guys.
Much love, everybody.
Mwah.
Everybody get home safe.
Bye.
Oh, wait.
We are.
So fucking funny.
It's like private.
So fucking funny.